Hey guys, this is our second trip to PAX East, and once again, it was just a total blast. This year, Asad's brother Asad joined us, and it was a ton of fun having him tag along. We even got to record in a private hotel room this time around, a luxury we couldn't afford last year. Anyways, hope you guys enjoy the episode. As a little editor's note, the best games we discuss are towards the end, so be sure to stick around, or if you want to just get right into the juicy stuff, here's a timestamp. You guys are the best. We'll have a new regular episode out here soon.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Cleric podcast, the podcast that keeps getting bigger. My name's Asad. I'm joined, as always, by Landen, and we're joined here by special guest in person.
Yes, sir. Asad. I am Asad's brother.
Let's go. He made it. We got him. we finally blocked him out. He's been busy. He's been dodging my calls, but he's finally here. We're excited. Don't do that. No. Hey,
what?
Don't have an attitude about it.
No, I was gonna make a joke, but I don't know if I should already make a shoddy joke.
Jesus Christ,
I was gonna
man!
Shoddy's call, and I couldn't pick up Asad's call. You know.
Oh my God, just ridiculous. We are here in person. I mean, Landon and I typically aren't here in person. It's very rare that we end up getting this.
Yeah, I know.
This do it together. Last time was at PAX.
Yeah.
This time also at PAX, so that's nice. Yeah, we didn't end up recording when you were in New York, right?
No, I would have been cool, but it just
didn't work out. Yeah,
I'm too busy.
But yeah, PAX East 2026.
Yeah.
Earlier this year than it was last year. Last year ended up in May. So this one's in March. So it's been less than a year since the last PAX podcast / video.
It's fucking
session.
cold.
It is. It really is. Honestly, I think like last year was not that much warmer. It was really cold last year.
No,
as
it
well.
was like a nice, cool spring last year in May.
Was it? I feel like we're remembering very different times.
Maybe.
Yeah, I feel like the walk to the station was hell that trip as well. I don't know.
No, I enjoyed
Maybe
it.
I'm wrong. I feel like because people were talking about it was going to be nicer than it was, because it's usually in March. That for whatever
It was
reason,
rainy. I remember it being rainy.
It was like depressing.
I wasn't there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
We didn't ask
I'm just
you.
listening. I'm just listening to this. I'm like, I have no input. I'm just sitting there in my own thoughts.
Okay,
like,
as for once, you guys
okay.
all know that he has no input into the conversation. I appreciate
Render
it.
absolutely
No, because
everything he
there was like a
says.
song.
He's like, I
for
haven't
reasons.
spoken in 10
it was
seconds. Can
basically
you-
just me being like, and I'm Asad's brother, and just looking down for the next. And I'm like, I mean, what do I say? You know,
Hey, come on.
If we're not talking to you, don't speak.
Come on.
you don't have something nice to say.
Down.
Don't say it.
Stay.
Okay.
Roll over. Well, listen, we're here. This is Saturday night, right?
Yeah.
Saturday night.
for the boys.
Yes, sir. These guys are going back home early Sunday, so they're not going to be there for the last day. I might look around real quick and grab some trinkets here and there. But we're basically at the end of our time with the show. So we wanted to go over the weekend and some of the games that we played, some of the people that we met, just like our favorite experiences. We're kind of just going to talk about it chronologically.
Yeah.
I think last time when we did this, we picked out our favorite stuff and then just went through that one by one. I think we just left off stuff that kind of didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Or maybe we just like rapid fired it at the end.
I think we did.
But honestly, I think just to keep it straight in my own head, I'm just like doing it like in order makes a lot more sense.
No. Yeah.
But I guess before we do that, do you want to talk about us first? Do you want to talk about like?
Do you want to talk about us first?
Do you want to?
I would love to talk about
Can we
us.
talk about
This
us?
guy's been
Please
the
not.
fucking worst this entire
He
trip.
sucks, dude.
What the
Oh
hell,
my god.
guys?
Let's go. I'm glad we're aligned on this,
Yeah.
by the way. Yeah. Anyways, can you get the hell out of here?
I'm sorry.
Like we actually just kick him off for the rest of the pod. That'd be
Guys,
so
He's
fun.
crying in the corner.
He's
That's not
so
very
upset. He has nothing to say either. He's
That's not very nice, guys. I thought I was like we would like pretend
Nah,
to be
listen.
friends for this.
No, it's okay. I switch between who I like more.
That's very true.
Really? Do you switch?
I'm a switch.
No, I'm a switch like right now. That's crazy though. I mean, that sometimes I surpass, and like you've known us for longer, but even one day,
Yeah, it just does it to piss me off, though. Yeah.
That's not
Anyways,
true. Actually,
do you want to talk?
I do find some of your jokes funny for what it's
Yeah,
worth.
I know. Thank you.
Listen, do you want to talk about your first PAX and just like?
Oh, my first PAX?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I was actually talking to Landen about this before, where I was like, I think that PAX, like,
First of all, you're not supposed to talk outside of the podcast. That's the whole point of the podcast.
oh, I'm so I was actually not gonna mention it until he directly asked me. You know,
So it's your fault.
I was keeping.
You're compromising us.
I was actively trying to keep it under wraps,
Okay.
but it did get leaked, and I had to say it early.
I didn't leak it past.
It was better for me to just represent my own thoughts instead of getting outside.
I'm curious also. I mean, like, I know we've gone on 4 tangents already, but I'm curious if anyone who's just listening is getting confused between our voices.
No.
Because you don't think so? Because every time we get on call with people, they're like, I can't hear you, bro. You guys sound the same.
No, I think it's more likely that someone that's just listening has turned it off because they're sick of my voice. I think that's a higher chance of that happening. They're like fiddling with the volume. It's like every time they turn it down a little bit.
We don't have individual mics, so we can't turn you down. You gotta.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So anyways, yeah, I was talking to Landon about it, and I was like, I think that just like with the way that like you're not gonna have PAX as like a necessary experience anymore. That it's like, oh, I played this game. That's like a must play game, you know?
Yeah.
Because it's like there's not many big things coming out, and if they are coming out, they're like gate kept like crazy. It's just like the big outlets that get access to it.
Well,
the
I don't know if
showcases
they-
are their own showcases.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think the biggest thing is that like if something's shown at PAX and it's bigger, it's been shown somewhere else already. Like it's been shown at GDC already, or it's been shown at like a previous year.
Like Crimson Desert.
From last year. Yeah, that's a great example.
They had
just
a demo,
like,
but it was also.
But like Steam,
Where else was it at? It was I forget where exactly, but like I know that like
yeah,
some
Crimson
content
Desert's been
creators
around. Like the people have been
played
looking at it.
before that. Yeah.
There's one of the games we're gonna talk about today, Replaced. I know that's been done its rounds as well recently. Like, yeah,
but I feel like it's like a mix of that and also like stuff like Steam Next Fest and stuff where it's like I feel like you end up going there and you're like, this is a cool indie game, but they either all look the same or it's like I could have played as a Steam Next Fest. But I think the more interesting thing about it is just like the opportunity to just play a little bit of a bunch of different games, right? Like there's like, it's like kind of like a hobby type thing, right? Where it's like, I just like playing random games. You know, I feel like you won't play a game that's like huge, and you won't necessarily play a game that like that the demo has a big impact on your opinion of it, because at the end of the day, it's just going to be like a 2D side scroller or something that like you're mostly going to get the gist of just from trailers. But yeah, like I still think that it's like a fun experience in general. I don't know if any of that made sense.
honestly, half of it didn't make sense to me.
Basically, I'm just saying that it's like a fun. I think the experience is more fun than like necessary, right? It's like
I see what you mean.
like
Yeah,
I used to be like jealous of people that would get to go to PAX. I mean, they used to go out and play like Spider-Man or something early. There's nothing like that.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
like a very fun experience to just go and just play games for the fun of it. You know?
Yeah, no, it's a good time. I mean, it's very, like you said, like Steam Next Fest is honestly, I would say that's one of the biggest things that has changed the view of this. Is like even you'll go to like games here and they'll be like, it's fine, you can play the Steam demo at home.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like so that kind of takes away from it as well.
multiple times too.
Yeah, like we heard that a lot, and
Yeah.
there were probably others where like we got to play it and we totally could have played it on our own. And that's not to like knock it. I like Steam Next Fest and like I like that that's an option. But the point is that showcases like these or like events like these have become more of a thing for like, hey, let's get together. Like we have an excuse to like go and play random things. Honestly, I think it's a good excuse to play games that you typically wouldn't play.
Yep.
Or at least like see your friends play. Like there is like a social aspect to it of like Steam Next Fest. The most that you'll get out of it on that front is like you'll tell your friends maybe to play a game, but you would go and like play certain types of games that I'm not that interested in, but I kind of want to see what your thoughts are on it. And I think that like kind of opens you up to different kinds of experiences. So
No, for sure. It's really nice to meet the developers too. I think just like getting like the human aspect of game development is awesome, because it's just you're looking at these people and like they're nerds. They're dorks that are like, I don't know how to socialize, but I'm being brave right now, and I'm going to show people my game, my passion project I've worked on, toiled away at. Like, like there's some people here who's just like, you know, I have a day job, so like I don't know when this is going to be out.
Yeah.
But like seeing this like work that I've been doing on the side like pay off, and seeing people's expressions as they're playing their game, it's like I'm sure it means the world to them. On top of also being like probably harsh too. Like there must be like an element of like, oh, I really hate that they said that about my game.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
like, I know that this was a problem, and for them to solidify it as a problem, like hurts, you know.
Yeah,
But
it is pre-release though. It's like
Yeah.
they can always fix it, you know.
yeah.
that's
but
always the excuse though, where it's just like, oh, we'll fix it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
fix it. Yeah.
That's like it's like in production, it's like we'll fix it in post.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
that's a classic.
But yeah, no. Overall, had a good time. I think
great.
it was
Yeah.
fun, like going around. We only really got 2 days out of it. Like we kind of scoped out the first day because
Yeah.
you weren't here the first day, Asfer, and then we didn't want to play a bunch of stuff without you. Even though Thursday's like honestly, the thing is like Thursday is such a chill day compared to the others.
Yeah.
That we totally could have ripped through a few of the experiences, and we were just like, we'll wait for this kid.
I don't think that we really wasted. Like
We
we got everything.
we
that we
got to
wanted.
what we
Yeah,
wanted
we
to.
got to everything we wanted
Yeah.
to do. I think.
I mean, the shitty part too is that like only you can enjoy tomorrow as
Yes.
well.
Yeah.
Because I bought the 4-day pass, but I'm a dumbass who's like, well, I'll leave at 11 a.m. on Sunday.
enough time.
And it's like, that's an hour after the show opens,
Yeah.
and TSA is hell right now.
Yeah,
so it's
it's
like,
nuts.
I just got to skip. I got to wake up early in the morning and skip. So it would have been cool to knock out a few others that like I saw. And that was like, maybe, but it was just like, it was just out of the way.
I think there was only one game that I was like, oh, it'd been nice to have played that, but
Nothing I was
Other than
chomping at the bit at.
yeah. Which speaking of, let's talk about the ones we did end up playing. You know?
Yeah.
So, I spoke Thursday. We didn't really do anything, but there was an event after the fact, after the expo hall closed. It was just like a small indie games event. A friend of mine was hosting. So we went and saw that. Didn't play too much there, but there were a couple quick games that we did play. Dante's 9 was one that we got hands on.
It's a deck building, side-scrolling platformer action.
It's like, you know how Asfer mentioned how like a lot of the games are going to be like kind of similar. This was kind of like a quintessential PAX game, but I think it was a good version of it. It's basically it was a roguelike. And it was a roguelike, right? Am I crazy about this?
It was a roguelike.
Yeah. Like you gained abilities. Once it's clear your stage, basically.
Yeah, so you get to collect a bunch of different cards, and the cards are like pistols or knives or whatever, and you have limited amount of shots that you use to defeat enemies, and you just go through these levels and use the soul currency to fight them. Basically just designed to what?
Now that you're saying it, this like genuinely is all
it's just PAX.
Like it's just a game.
It's like a bullet point for like how do we make the quintessential
it's
PAX
game the game. Yeah, for sure. But that's not to take away from it, because I think that it was I like any game that can not necessarily force variety into it, but like, you know, you want to be able to like switch out weapons quickly and everything. And some games are designed to really like move you from like one thing to another. So I did like that. You know, like with a lot of games at PAX could use a little bit of polish, but you know, that's kind of what they're showing it off for.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys had many more thoughts on that one, but there was one other game.
It was cute. Like it's the whole like focus of it was cats. Like the guy had like cat stickers all over his freaking laptop and like was wearing cat ears. It was just like very clearly if he's a feline kind of person. And like it was but it was cute. Like we really like the
I mean, I didn't play it,
of it.
But my only thought while watching it was just like, I'm so sick of roguelikes, man. Oh my god. It's like people are so scared of level design, bro.
Yeah.
They're like, no, do it for me. I don't want
you go to PAX, you look up, this is a roguelike fantasy adventure.
Yeah, and
this is a roguelike fantasy adventure. And it's it's a little grating. It's cool. I don't not like roguelikes, but it's a little grating.
Everything has its ebbs and flows. I'm not gonna get too mad about stuff like that.
Yeah,
but
but
I get it. I'm gonna try and move things along. This is honestly my fault. I'm just rambling, but we're gonna be here forever if we're talking at that length.
PUBG 4D.
Yes, sir.
Banger.
We walked into the expo hall the next day. We're like, the first thing we got to do, PUBG 4D.
And guess what?
It was banger.
It's not bad.
It was really fun.
It's really not bad.
I really liked it.
Yeah. Well, who wants to talk about this first? Landon, you want to take this?
Yeah, sure. So PUBG 4D, of course, I mean, infamous game, but PUBG 3D, one of the all-time worst made games ever developed. So this is from Atari. Atari's kind of doing their own little renaissance as of late, putting out great stuff. Just sort of like really low key, just basically indie tier stuff. And reestablishing the brand. And so they got PUBG 4D.
Yes, sir.
Yep.
And the first thing that really stood out is how slutty he is.
Dude, he throws that thing back.
So like you jump on a scratching post.
It was
Two claws on there.
Too. He looks
He
back.
looks
So
back at
he's checking to see if you're looking out.
And that ass is out,
It
man.
is out because he puts his fingernails or his talons or whatever cats have.
Yeah. Talons.
Puts his talons.
Claws.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
He puts his talons in the.
He's like a fucking falcon.
Yeah.
Like,
And he's like falling down the wall, and his ass is like he's fully arched up.
yeah.
And if you look at him for a second, he will like turn around and look. He's like, "You seeing that shit?"
He's like, I know exactly.
Yes.
Thank God they didn't, because you know how like millennials are like weirdly obsessed with cat buttholes. You know
What?
Huh?
You look like any like weird like cat drawing.
It's just him.
And no. I'm making fun of people for doing this.
No, whoa. I wouldn't.
How like they'll do a cat drawing and then they'll always draw an X right where the cat's asshole is.
I actually know what you're talking about, yeah.
And it's like, why you don't gotta do like there's like I got a coloring book at a random like bits and bobs store, you know, and I'm looking through it and I'm like, this is cool, and literally the entire premise is cats' assholes. That's the coloring book. Anyways,
Okay.
Thank God they did not do that for PUBG here. Really, like, I don't know where I'm going with this, but
I just really want you guys to
Just
know
really, like,
that
you
I
can
was
see the
not.
whole thing.
I'm telling you guys, I was not looking at.
I was not
Bubsy's
looking.
asshole.
I was not
I promise you. I just want to make
peering-
that abundantly clear.
peering into his chocolate starfish.
Jesus.
But as for on the gameplay side, it's just wonderful. It's you can roll around, you jump around. It's like a just pure 3D
Yeah, you can inflate.
platformer. You can inflate. There's Bubsy inflation in this.
Yeah, there's a certain brand of person who this is going to be very exciting for.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's his name? Parsinicle? Parsinicle's gonna have a blast with this game.
Yeah, dude. And it's fun. I think it's a little floaty.
Yeah, I was to butt in here. There's
Yeah, go
like the movement is the biggest part of the game. You have a bunch of different moves that you can swing together. Honestly, dare I say, a little 3D Mario inspired,
Yeah.
because you can jump, you can kind of float in the air, you can dive. It's very much in line with like how you see people with like extreme like Super Mario Odyssey or whatever like movement. Obviously not nearly as intense, but like, you know, they've got the basics down. I think part of what you'll probably be talking about, like you said, floaty, but like I felt the camera was a little bit off as well, which is like, I mean, Bubsy 3D famously, like one of the most annoying things about it is when you jumped, it would move the camera above Bubsy so that it was easier to see where you're landing, but it was actually just like
easier.
It was just like the most like puke inducing, like, oh my god, I'm like, this camera's just seesawing up and down. This is ridiculous. They took that away, but now it is actually kind of hard to see where you're landing. So you know, one step in the right direction.
I
but
mean, hey, they've got decades of 3D platformers to learn from here. So
yes. I actually don't know when that game's coming out. We know when Bubsy 4D is coming out?
I think it's coming out May,
Let's see.
if I'm correct, because we were like Usfer and I were looking at like games releasing in 2026, and I saw it.
Oh
when
yeah,
that was
you're right.
coming out
It was
really
one of the
soon.
early ones.
Yeah. As for you, have any thoughts on this one? You played it, right?
Yeah, I think that the platform was actually a lot of fun. Like stringing together the combos. The only thing I'm curious about is just that like, how do you make it challenging without making it frustrating? Because usually challenging platformers are like precise, but the way that the systems work, it seems like you got a lot of leeway, especially that parachute thing. Like
Yeah, it's not a precision platform.
yeah,
No.
but then how do you make that challenging? I feel like you're left with either it's really easy, or you get frustrated because like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's a game that I'm like, I had fun playing it at PAX. I don't know if it has legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't know how I'm gonna feel about it when it's actually out and about and everything. But it's nice that it's not like a train wreck.
You know what's out
Yeah.
and about? Bubsy's ass.
Can we get him off here? Can we-
It's the
Are we able
second
to, like-
time.
are we
That's the
able to, like-
second time. I should have for every game we talk about.
Are we able to like digitally remove somebody from a podcast? Like, you know how when they take out the laugh track in Friends and it's like a little
Good
empty
dash.
scene,
Yeah.
but you know
What
it
I'm gonna
works.
do is I'm gonna generative remove
Yeah,
every
like
single
magic
frame of this
erase.
podcast on
Yeah.
Photoshop.
So like the left side of my arm is always gonna look a little bit
It's just
wonky,
like-
and people aren't gonna know why.
yeah.
And then I'm just gonna be like staring off at nothing for a little bit. And they're like,
What do you think? Anyways,
Yeah. Oh my god. But yeah, no, Bubsy was honestly a really fun way to start off.
yeah,
And yes, it does come out in May 22nd.
yeah. I wish it the best. Hope it does well. It looks
Yeah.
Shout
Shout out my boy.
I thought I said I wish you the best. I thought you
wish you the best.
Bubsy,
Bubsy?
Bubsy personally.
Now let me speak to Bubsy directly.
I'm glad you're back, man.
I'm glad you're back, man. And
Listen, I know.
I'm looking at that back.
Listen, I know rehab's tough. And I know what it's like to be a washed
I
up
keep
celebrity.
thinking
He saw the
of,
fourth dimension.
Yeah.
When
What,
he-
who's the Conquer? I keep confusing him with Conquer.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, rehab is difficult. Like,
Yeah.
that is a messed up little. What is Conquer? He's a cat
He's
too.
a squirrel.
Oh, he's a squirrely. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bad fur day. Just has yeah.
That
Anyways,
game's so good, man.
let's get on to another big game.
Let's replace this game with a different.
All right. Well,
If you
maybe
want.
maybe I'll do this
horrendous.
whole thing myself.
Horrendous transition.
Fine, I'll do it myself.
At least I'm.
This is
transitioning,
like,
man.
come on. Yes, one of my most anticipated games for many, many years. I've been talking about this game. If you've been following me, you know that I've been talking about this game for forever. Replaced.
Yep.
Replaced was at this event. Now, I would have been more excited about this if the demo hadn't already come out and I hadn't already played it. And if this was genuinely my first moment with Replaced, I would have been like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, this is my game of the show. Which, I mean, it was still really fun seeing it there and just seeing people recognize, because it's coming out next month.
wait,
Very excited. Yeah, it's very
yeah,
excited
no,
for that to be out. Looks beautiful. It's I think it's delivering on all the promises it had as a cinematic platformer, as a really interesting setting. There's great camera work, great lighting work. They do some really unique things with that. I mean, there's a moment in the trailer or in the demo where like a harpoon comes at the camera,
Yeah, I was gonna
and it
mention
comes
that.
so close to the camera, and the way that it's shot and the way that like the light glistens off of it, it's insane. Like, it's such a beautiful game.
Yeah.
Still have my doubts here and there about the combat, but I also think because it's a demo, you're not going to get like the full extent of that. And also because it's a cinematic platformer, you can kind of get away with not having the best combat, and it's really about like the vibe. It's, I assume, going to be a shorter game. Can't imagine it would be more than like 8 hours long, right? But yeah, the combat is more almost Arkham-like, but in 2D. And there's like some combos and finishers and everything like that. But I had a great time with it. I know you guys both got to see it or play around with it a
Yeah.
little bit.
Honestly, this was my first real. This is my first real time actually paying attention to Replaced. I've always loosely known about it, and I've seen it in videos, and I'm like, that game looks fucking sick.
Yeah,
Cool, awesome. When's it coming out?
yeah,
I haven't really been following it that closely, so this is the first time. I mean, like, yeah, I got my hands on it. I don't think I wouldn't have played the demo otherwise.
yeah.
If it wasn't for this, and I mean, it did its job. Like, I'm I'm way more excited about this game than I thought I would be. And it left a huge impression on me. I love the combat specifically. Like it felt really good pulling off combos and dodging at the right time and then countering and then charging up that gun ability and then just doing a sick ass execution was like
the execution animations are unbelievable.
Like it's cool like watching another person do it too.
Yeah.
And you're just like, nice, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, sick. Yeah, that was on tight.
As you press one button and it does like 8 moves and you're like, oh, you did that yourself? Dude, that's sick.
Oh my God. I'm stoked about it. I'm gonna play it when it comes out.
So. That's awesome. I'm glad to hear it because like that game deserves attention. As for you, did you play it or did you watch it?
No, I played it.
You played it? What'd you think?
I mean, I thought the same thing as you guys, basically. This looks sick. Like, especially the lighting and the camera work. The camera work was the biggest thing that I was like, that's cool.
Yeah,
like, that's
it's
the
pretty
way that
unbelievable.
the way that they use it is sick. But, and then, same thing as Landen. That's like, it was revealed, and I was right there with Asad of like, this is the greatest game. But then Asad went in this like delusional state of like, it's coming out.
Well, okay, hold on. In my defense, they were telling.
They were telling. You were listening.
No, they were telling. No, they weren't just telling the world that like it's definitely coming out this year. They were telling me directly sometimes.
Yeah.
They were like, no, dude, it'll be out, and I was like, okay.
But then
And in their defense as well.
So now we're defending. So now we're attacking them, then defending
Yes.
them.
In their defense about the delays, they actually got caught up in a lot of the issues with like Ukraine and Russia. Like that was actually like a big, and they like got kind of like displaced from a couple things. So
that's valid. That's a valid reason.
Yeah, plus it's their first game and it has a lot of like there's a lot. Of
it kind of put me in a state where I would see like trailers recommended. I'm like, I'm not gonna watch that. Like I'll just wait till it's like in my hands, and I guess it was in my hands before it came out. But yeah, like that made like same thing as Land. Like it made me like actually pay attention to it again and be like, oh yeah, this game's sick. Like that's I would say that's probably my most anticipated indie game. Which
nice.
Yeah.
I mean, I love to hear it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to sing its praises for a long time. I know everyone's always been excited about it, but it's easy for this kind of stuff to like fade away. So hopefully the cycle that it's been on, like it was a GDC and now it's a PAX, like hopefully that kind of stuff helps with it quite a bit. So yeah, I think that was one of my favorites. I jotted it down as a favorite of mine.
Yep.
Next thing wasn't a game. It was just like a kind of a cool little experience that we ended up having.
Yeah, man.
Which was, I thought this was going to suck, but
yeah, it looks not good.
So what it was we were walking down like one of the booths, and there was this crazy little hand gadget thing.
Yeah.
And we weren't sure what it was. I thought it was an accessibility type thing where it was like somebody with one hand is able to play games, which it sort of is.
Yeah, it still can operate as that.
But yeah, like somebody was playing. What was the game that they were playing? It was Hades. Hades 2
Hades
at first.
2, then there was Hogwarts Legacy and Cyberpunk.
Yeah. Yeah, they had those games set up and they were playing it with this it was a half mouse, half hand. It was like a mouse had fingers. Yeah. You know, and those fingers had buttons on the tips of your fingers. It had buttons on the bottoms of your fingers. It had buttons on the top of your fingers. It had 2 layers of buttons on the bottom of your like it was a hand controller.
Very complex.
Yeah, and there were just like so many things going on with it, and I was like, this is ridiculous. Like there's going to be like $1,000 piece of hardware and nobody's going to use it. Yeah. To my surprise, it was $200, which a typical regular controller that you just hold in your hands is like
70,
$80 right now, you know? And a nice keyboard can get up to 200, you know?
Yeah.
It might even go past 200, you know? But this was kind of a cool idea of just like these very quick flicks of your finger can be key binded to different things. You can create like, it comes with its own software and you can bind it to different things for different games. And the one that really convinced me was when I played Hogwarts Legacy, because I remember the small amount that I played of that game, I could not get over how annoying it was to pick different things from a weapon wheel.
spell
your
classes,
spell
basically?
class, because there's 4 different weapon wheels, and inside, so you have to open up a wheel to select which of the weapon wheels that you want, and then you go into that weapon wheel and then select the spell, and then you can fire off the spell, and it's like, this is ridiculous. With this thing, you can bind the keys so that you flick your pinky and it just does the spell automatically.
Yeah.
And it just like it flicks through the menu screen and everything by itself, just does it. And I was like, I can see this really being helpful for quite a few things, like efficiency and stuff, and like I can imagine like competitive players using it, speedrunners using it. They were mentioning that like one of the guys who did like a Doom speedrun or something.
Yeah.
Used this.
The Doom Eternal, one of the top Doom Eternal speedruns was used using this controller.
Yeah.
It makes sense though. Like I feel like it would be a lot easier.
Yeah, because it's just I'm sure it's complicated at first, but at a certain point, it's just intuitive hand gestures.
Yeah, I didn't like quite get the gist of it, but there was a small bit of Hades 2 where I was like, I think I get it now.
Yeah,
I was like, this is like dumb, this is gimmicky, it's not like whatever, this isn't for me. And then I was like, wait, this isn't that bad.
Yeah.
I don't know, Asad, did you have any thoughts?
I mean, I feel like it would be like Hogwarts Legacy. Like I was looking at that and I was like, bro, if I understood how to use this and I was like just casting all these spells with my hand, I would feel like a wizard.
With a flick of the wrist?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Like it was that, or like even like Cyberpunk, like I would actually feel like it is kind of sick.
It would make me a Cyberpunk fan, maybe.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Can you say, Landon, in the edit, can you throw up the clip of me putting on the Cyberpunk?
I caught Asad. I went to the bathroom, came back.
And I was like,
And-
yo.
He a fan.
He a fan.
And it was really awkward. No, that's
No, it was funny. I really wanted. I just wanted to do it so badly. Where you like caught me wearing the Cyberpunk jacket. There were these really cool jackets there, like leather jackets. They had Leon's jacket. They had Ben 10's jacket.
They had Elder Maxon's jacket from Fallout 4, like that trench coat thing.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, they had this like a samurai cyberpunk jacket.
It did look sick though.
It did look kind of cool. It did look kind of cool, and we were like, wouldn't it be so funny if Cyberpunk Hater 69 and myself was caught? Yeah, was caught dead wearing that jacket. But
the owner of the company was like, how do you want to look on this? And then he was like,
yeah, I was like, I just wanted to do a bit of like I wanted to like see it, like Landon to see me wearing it, and like, I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
And then, but the guy who was selling them was like right up on there, and I was like, I can't do a bit right now.
We can't make fun of this guy's jacket.
Yeah, because it's a cool jacket, but I was like,
very well made
but
jacket.
I was like, it's gonna make it seem like I'm shitting on him if I do something like that. So, anyways,
in terms of. So yeah, there was like the hand accessibility thing there as well, but there was also some other like hardware stuff at PAX that was also interesting. There was a guy that made his own console.
Oh yeah, you missed that.
Really?
His own retro console that he was previewing is right next to that JRPG I was playing that I'll get into in a second. So he brought like a bunch of CRT TVs, and it basically was his own like retro console that was like equivalent to like an SNES but with like modern accoutrements. You know, like more colors to use, all that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Really cool. Like this is one of those things where it's like this has no financial. Like there's no. It's not going to be financially successful. This is super super niche. You're just doing this for the love of the game. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, but he has like. He said he open sourced like they're all like open source GitHub projects, the games, and like. People can submit their own and like develop it for the console and like launch games on that console, which is really sick. It's like stuff like that is super cool to find at places
super
like this.
super cool. On top of that, there was also this physical indie game store.
Oh yeah, that
thing too. We're basically, you guys didn't buy it, but they had these like cassette tapes with like a USB drive in them, and they had this like art on it that looked cool. It's like magazine-esque where it's like a new issue every single month, basically, to where it's like, here's this cool artist design, here's this cool artist design, and they're like weird itch.io mini games all on a USB thumbstick.
Yeah.
I have no idea what's in that thumbstick. I could
Yeah.
possibly get a virus. But it looked like I flipped through like the magazine that like kind of like showed off the games, and it looked really cool, like really weird,
Yeah.
surrealist,
I wish
kind of
that-
art house games almost. That I'll report back.
Yeah, no, that'd be cool to hear.
because this could be like the next big.
I mean, that's a video right there.
that is a video.
I
right
played
there, actually.
like 10 random games from a flash drive.
But,
That's actually a really
you have
good
to like
idea,
get crazy. I took a stranger's flash drive. Here's what I found.
I found this in a dumpster.
But I thought the magazine was sick. I wish they gave it like. They
Yeah,
had
I kind of
copies
wanted
too.
to keep the magazine.
But I
too.
feel like that makes them like like all the different like artwork on there and stuff, and
Yeah.
like the small pitches for each game that looks sick.
super super cool.
I was thinking of just getting it as I was like maybe I won't even play the games. I just want like a little
The
cassette
art
thing.
was-
Like
That's
it's
the
really
art
cool.
was
Yeah,
really
yeah,
cool.
the art was fantastic.
Really, really cool.
Anyways, back to the games.
Yeah. But no, all the hardware stuff this year was really, really fun. Yeah, back to the games. I'll talk over this one really quickly. Light Odyssey. This was honestly a really fun top-down, combat-heavy, like hack and slash game that clearly took some inspiration from Shadow of the Colossus. It also reminded me a lot. I think you told me about this game, but Eldest Souls.
Eldest
Souls.
Eldest
I
Souls.
forgot about that game. Wait, did that game come
Yeah,
out?
this is before Elden Ring, actually.
Oh,
So,
really? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But did that game come out?
It did come out. It was basically a boss rush type game, a top-down boss rush type game, where you would fight different large bosses, and a lot of it would be slightly puzzle-based, slightly combat puzzle-based. It wasn't like a climbing type thing like a Shadow of the Colossus, but it was kind of similar in concept where all of the bosses were more conceptual
Yeah.
than they were direct fights. This was a little bit different. This was a lot of direct fights, but the formatting of it kind of reminded me of Eldest Souls, of just like going through and fighting these giant creatures, but it's top-down perspective. But it was cool. It was like you'd fight for a little bit, and then there would be like an escape sequence at the halfway point of the boss, and then you would fight it more. Just really solid, fun little action game. I had a good time with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
It was super, super neat. I enjoyed watching you play it. Like aesthetically, it just looks.
Yeah, it did look cool.
I mean, I'm a sucker for like Ueda looking games. You know, it's not exactly that. That's a hard thing to replicate without ripping off entirely. You know, but it was there. It did it in a way that was like tasteful,
yeah.
and that was like in its own thing.
Yes, sir. Then a game that I think all of us would maybe have on our favorite game of that day.
Of that day, other than replaced,
Yeah.
yeah.
But this was a fun little surprise that we got kind of into was D6.
I'm low-key a hater on this one.
You're a hater on
Really?
this one.
I'm a hater. Before we started the podcast, I heard you guys talk so much about it, and I was like, I mean, it was okay.
What?
It was okay.
It was okay.
What do you mean talk about it so much? We didn't talk about it much. What? Like on that day?
No. I mean, like right before we started the podcast, you guys were going through the list and everything. Somebody.
No, we only mentioned D6 once. I was like,
Oh, maybe
Yeah,
I'm.
You keep
hearing
saying
stuff.
D-sticks.
It is
It's
D6.
D6.
It's
Six SICKS. Yeah.
It's D6.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's D's nuts. Anyways.
edit that
That's
out.
really embarrassing, dude.
Please edit that out.
What
you
can
imagine this
explain-
conversation.
I
Can
did
you
imagine this
explain-
conversation,
yeah.
but I was right.
You fantasized
I was
about us.
I was right about your guys' opinion though.
Okay,
Anyways,
explain
No, we'll
yourself.
edit that up.
I think that like it was kind of cool. It had some novel ideas. Sorry, we should explain what the game actually is.
Yeah.
Yeah. So do I give the explanation
for it.
before I hate on it? Okay. Not hate on it. It was a good game, but
Just say it.
it's basically like the main interesting thing with it is the fact that like you have the starting abilities. You pick a
Okay,
class.
well, you have not explained the game at all.
My bad.
Okay, what the game is that you are in this circle where you're kind of on a rail.
Okay. Whatever.
Well,
I was gonna explain.
Okay.
I was gonna explain chronologically. You pick the character,
Okay,
then you
fine,
play the game.
Fine, whatever you
know,
want.
but you can
do
no.
it how you want.
No, it's no. You got
Do
it.
it how
No,
you
got
want.
it. No, you got it. No, it's okay.
Stressing me.
I'll
Oh
be
my
sassy
God.
about it, but you got that.
Jesus Christ. What the game is, it's you're on a rail system going in a circle. What's up?
No, like you were
Yeah. We'll all kill
God,
ourselves.
you're
I think.
staggering too.
Anyways, you're on a rail system in a circle. You're fighting a single boss at a time.
Yep.
That boss is typically throwing out a lot of bullet hell-like attacks at you, both above and below. But it's typically a very confined space. And then your character is sort of auto-shooting a couple of different abilities while you have the ability to dash on this circle or jump up in the air and fly a little bit. It's a really constrained rail-based system where it's just you and the boss.
And at first it's like, I don't know. It's like, I don't think I like this. And then you slowly start to play it. It's kind of, it has that like Vampire Survivors thing where like it attacks for you.
Yeah.
You're not like mashing like the mouse, like you're not clicking the mouse or anything like that. It's just gonna like casually like shoot these balls at this guy. You'll get like maybe some like gremlins to like summon and like they'll like spawn
little
and
crawfish
wave.
that go and attack it.
All while you're like, it's essentially like a bullet hell. Like you're dodging these like projectiles that they're throwing at you, but your projectiles are also like counteracting them. It's like blocking them in a sense too. And I was like, this is kind of good.
Yeah, it was one that crept up on us. Like I felt like it was very unassuming. I started playing it and I was like, whatever. Like it looks fine. And then I was just like, it's kind of fun to just keep expanding. And you had a point where you had like these fish rings.
Don't tell me, dude, don't even bring up the fish rings.
Oh my God, he was on fire with these, sending out these fish that were just destroying every single boss.
So the upgrade system, which honestly is like the most exciting,
the most interesting part of the game.
Of the game, it's just dice rolls, like simple six-sided dice that you kind of like shoot out at this board, and wherever the dice lands, that is the ability that it will upgrade. And so then it brings you to a secondary screen where you can drag and drop the dice into like the cooldown section, the strength section, the speed section, and it'll upgrade the corresponding like strength, cooldown, speed of that ability.
Yeah.
And I got this ability called fish rings, basically, which is like just a circle of fish that expand like crazy. And I rolled all sixes for it.
Yep.
For strength, cooldown, and speed.
So he was just going around and against these bosses, just far away from them, and just shooting out gigantic rings of fish that would melt everything.
Dude, it was like I went through like 10 bosses, and they were all dead within 3 seconds.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
It was crazy. And then I accidentally replaced the fish rings ability, and I immediately got tanked. It was I was so upset.
It took like 5 seconds for you to die.
Yeah, it was really like honestly that was like a part of the thing where it's like, are you sure you want to, like they should have put something where it's like, are you sure you want to replace this thing?
Well,
I didn't know it was going to replace it. I thought it was going to be like additive.
Well, it's a section of the board, and it literally you have to put it there. Like you've been putting abilities there, and they've been replacing the thing there the whole time.
But I was putting abilities there that were they were like right next to each other. There was like certain ones that like could group up together, and I was like, oh, can I group this with the fish rings?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
That's why I did it, and then it replaced it, and I was like, uh-oh. And so I clicked around more, and it replaced all my abilities, basically.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh
God.
I should have just skipped.
Yeah.
So, like, the clarity is what's needed.
With that game has been in development for like 4 months. Again, I thought it was just impressive.
For 4 months? That is crazy.
It's pretty impressive.
The
like,
art style is also really cool, too.
Yeah. No, like, I think it was something that I wasn't expecting to enjoy very much. Then I was like, it's so easy. Honestly, it reminded me of Downwell a little bit, where I was just like, not in how it played, but I was just like, this is such an easy game to just like throw on, play. I'll like go back to it whenever potentially and just like play it. Now, with that all said, throw on your haterade.
All I'm gonna say is that the first thing I was gonna explain is the dice thing, which apparently was the best part.
But you can talk about it being the best part after people know what the game is.
Anyway, or you explain the unique experience and then you talk about it. No. It's okay.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
No, I think the reason why I was a little bit less into it is because I played a little bit, but I was a lot more interested in that Code Breakers game, which we can
Yeah.
talk about after.
Yeah.
But I was like, you guys, I didn't even see the fish thing going on. I was locked in on that Code Breakers game.
you really were. Into
I was
You also-
really
yeah.
into that, and so I didn't like. I played D6 like a little bit. I think it was okay. I didn't get like a good run with it, but I was completely focused on that other game instead. So I didn't walk away from that being like, oh, this is beautiful.
another game. I think this specific developer, they were just focused on
Yeah.
like Vampire Survivor likes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing with the Codebreakers game that you were playing was like it looked just too much like Vampire Survivors to me. Where it's just like you're a small sprite moving around and everything like that. But the upgrade system in particular
That's
looked
what
really
really
cool.
interests
yeah.
me, yeah.
Yeah,
Go
we can
ahead.
explain it.
Yeah, you can go for it.
So basically, the way that it works is just like it's very similar to Vampire Survivors and every other aspect. So you're going around, you're collecting these soul things. You have and then you level up. You pick up upgrades. But the way the upgrades work is that it's not just straight up passive. It's like you enter like a coding kind of like Unreal Engine's like blueprint system. Right? Where it shows the code blocks and has like on hit commands, it has like if statements, all that, right? So for example, you could get like an upgrade that's like an if statement that's like if your health is above 60, 2 times the nodes that connect to this. Then you connect certain nodes to that. Now you have your thing, right?
Yeah.
And I think
I think that was a little confusing
Yeah.
to hear. But the point is that like you can connect your abilities in different ways.
yeah.
So that they can so you gave an example.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
the best. That was what I thought was the most interesting was okay. Let's say what I could do because the ping is the main attack. It's just like a little laser like tap a guy, right? What you could have is connect it so that after one ping you have another ping. So it hits a guy, ricochets, hits another guy.
Yeah.
Or you could set up that there's 2 separate things, right? So that instead of
I'm
it
lost
being
again.
okay. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I saw this happen. I'm a little lost.
Okay, so blueprint starts off. Okay, you open up your Unreal Engine looking blueprint.
Okay.
You have 3 like on hit passives. It's like that you get to choose. Okay, after every 0.5 seconds, what do you want to happen? Let's say I connect a ping to that and then another ping in that same string. It means after 0.5 seconds, a ping's gonna happen. Right after that ping hits, another ping's gonna happen. Which means I hit an enemy, ricochets to another enemy.
Okay.
Right? But like I said in the beginning, there's 3 of those. So instead, I could connect one ping and another ping to the other 0.51, which means that in 0.5 seconds, 2 pings happen at the same time.
Yeah.
It's confusing in its own. It's
really
not just confusing to
no.
explain. It's just confusing.
Yeah.
You
no,
know?
the point being that you can just like set these up in different
Yeah.
orders so that different effects happen.
Yeah,
Like,
and it's
It makes you feel like a coder.
Yeah.
I do think it's a very cool concept because the appeal of those types of games like Vampire Survivor is like breaking the game, right? In this way, it really reinforces.
yeah, you
that.
can really just do
yeah.
whatever.
And like the fact you can control the logic in that way as well. I was really into that.
Yeah.
So I think the main thing with it is that like the art style is kind of
Yeah, I didn't love the art style, but no, it was an interesting
yeah.
looking game for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how it's going to be like for people that play those types of games a lot because I only play Vampire Survivors a little bit. So even though it's really similar to Vampire Survivors, I was like, I don't care. Like,
Yeah.
but it maybe if you're really into that stuff, this doesn't have enough to differentiate it. But for me, it was like a sick game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next couple, I'm just gonna go through. Let's go through a little bit faster.
Yeah.
Right?
Until we get to the big one.
The big good boy.
Or I guess.
Well, there's a
only-
couple big ones.
Yeah,
well,
you
yeah.
said
Anyways,
a couple.
Hyperfin. This is one that was actually we talked about last year under the name Fish Combat.
Yeah.
Was really nice to see the developer for this again. This is a super simple arena style game where you're in this Tron-like world and you're a little fish boy and you just zoom through it and it's so goddamn hard, but you essentially just drift and zoom as a fish.
Drifting in a way that's sick as fuck. 'Cause
Yeah.
you're like digging your fin into the ground and like turning
And like
yourself.
skirting, yeah, and like trying to hit the fins, like the back fins of other enemies.
While you're doing that, time slows down. So
Yeah.
it's like you enter like a bullet time kind of like drift,
Yeah,
and then you like velocity goes up crazy.
yeah.
It
just
is
slam it.
very complicated though.
Yeah,
And there's just so many points where you're like if I was just a little bit more to the left, please.
Yeah.
Please, why is it so slow when I turn, but I know I need to keep turning in order to like boost the momentum there?
There's some stuff that could be worked on in terms
Yeah.
of like the balancing and everything like that, but just like the core concept of this is such a fun
It
little
is
like
very fun.
Yeah.
Very arcadey.
Yeah.
Shout out Josh. You're amazing.
Yeah, we love Josh. The game we played after that was it's a new Double Fine game.
New Double Fine.
Which is really cool.
Which Double Fine wasn't there the first day.
Yes.
And then we're walking and I just see that logo.
Like a little beacon of light, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh dear.
Wait a second.
We walk up, awesome merch store. We both got our Psychonauts 2 development DVDs,
Yes.
Vidocs. I'm so excited
That's
about
gonna be
that.
so fun.
I love Vidocs with all my heart.
It's gonna be great.
That's a special game to watch. And then like we got to talk with one of the Double Fine employees there. I think he was just an IT guy, but it was still cool. Like him telling us like his story, and he was like, "I watched this before I applied there."
Yeah,
and, like,
yeah.
it's really cool. But their game, Kiln,
Yes.
we played it, and it was lovely.
Yeah, it's a unique little co-op. It's
Party game.
For party game, like, but it's like a 4v4, almost Splatoon-esque vibe to it, where basically you get to build out a pot. Like you do some pottery at the beginning.
Yeah.
And you can be like a small pot, a medium pot, or a big pot. That kind of.
What did you make?
Yeah, what did you make?
Because like I made a weird looking pot that kind of had like an Egyptian Anubis kind of thing going for it.
That's what that was.
I made like this
if
really.
you say so.
Yeah.
I made this really tiny pot and it had like frog. They had little frogs around it and then a big frog leader on the top.
Yeah.
And my approach was just be this tiny little guy that no one sees, and then just like
Yeah.
It was really funny when Asad saw my thing for the first time, and he was like, "Dude, that you can barely even see."
I don't know
thing."
what's happening.
Like,
I was
yeah,
like,
see-
where are you?
Yeah,
That is a good strat. But also,
yeah, it's amazing
like,
strat.
we'll get into the combat in a second. But then,
Yeah.
like, what did you?
Yeah.
Yours was really ugly.
You said mine was really ugly, but
It
I
was
thought mine
really
was
ugly.
hilarious.
No, you're
But
the
I was,
only
I
one.
made like a little cactus dude. Initially, I was gonna make the Stanley Cup. He had like the Stanley Cup look to it, but then I saw the green and I was like, wait a second.
Yeah.
And I dipped him in the green, and then I saw the spikes and I was like, wait a second, my boy's a cactus. And then I gave him a jaguar head and a little top hat, and I was like, hello, ma'am.
It's too much.
Hello,
Let me
ma'am.
tell you, it took all my willpower to not make a penis.
I was thinking that the first thing I was thinking, I was like,
That's
Dick and balls, and
Oh
then
my
go in there and
God.
we start slamming hams. You know?
Yeah.
I love
Like, it
how
was-
Asad like had like a vision. He was like, "Oh, it was green. Oh, let me add spikes." Then he just threw in. I put a jaguar and a hat,
Yeah,
and a top hat.
because he's
like, guys, I had a
he's
really
jungle
good
man.
vision. It was a
Yeah.
cactus jaguar with a top hat.
I didn't say
And
it
he
was a
didn't
good
ex-
vision at the end. I said I had a vision for. I said it was the Stanley Cup.
And
at
you're
first, to
surprised
be
when we
fair.
say it was really ugly.
Yeah, but I think it turned out pretty beautiful. You know.
In its
mean,
own right. Actually, has a great personality. Though.
Yeah.
You know, it was given that vibe.
The
off.
worst. Mine was just boring. I was like,
I
shit.
couldn't tell what it was.
And like to be
honest.
like, I didn't spend a lot of time on it specifically because we didn't have a lot
Yeah,
of
there
time
was
to make
limited
it.
time.
So I was like, I guess this is
It's a
what I
very
made.
fun process to make those
Very-
pots.
yeah.
It's very
You gotta
simple.
glaze it.
You get I mean you're always glazing the pots, but you're like you're pinching it and you're using the rulers and everything like that. and
It
you-
actually was very intuitive.
Yeah, it's super intuitive,
That's
super
it.
simple, super fun. Like you can make different shapes and like you're gonna go out there and you're gonna start fighting people and like kind of slamming your head down on people. Like the bigger pots fat roll a little bit.
Yeah.
So it actually does have an effect. You know, like
No,
if you
for
make
sure.
a super long dude, like it'll be a long guy. You know.
Basically, when you make your character, you guys are kind of thrown into this arena and you kind of team up against. It's a team deathmatch scenario basically where you're trying to absorb water as these like clay pots
Yeah.
Yep.
and then spit the water at their flame basically
Yeah.
and extinguish it. All the while you're kind of beating each other up.
Yes.
So like if you see someone that's full up of water, you got to go, oh no.
Yeah.
And then just beat the living shit out of them.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of reset and then you got to fill up and then extinguish their flame and so on and so
Yeah.
on. And it was just fun. Like it
Yeah.
was just like pure whimsical, like let's just slam hams.
It's
you know?
so stupid. I mean, I think that there's a lot of places where that system could go. I wish the map was bigger. I wish it was clear
Yeah,
who had
I'm sure
water.
it was like a demo map.
Yeah, I was just clear who had water in their system. I wish it was like a little bit smoother. There was some clunkiness to it, but overall, like very fun, stupid little party game that comes with like this really cool pot making mechanic.
The biggest thing was the stun lock on the combat was annoying.
The stun lock was crazy.
Even when I was hitting somebody else, I was like, I feel kind of bad. I'm just spamming attack and they're just taking it.
But there's so many like cool attacks too. Like getting this big ass sword, and then I noticed that Asad was charging the sword, and I was like, oh, so if you wait, then it can inflict an even bigger attack from there. And I was like, that's sick, dude. That's so cool. I don't know. I like have a fantasy of like inviting friends over and we all just like make our own clay pottery pieces and just play this.
Yeah, it actually is a very fun party game.
I can't imagine playing this like online.
Oh no,
with other people or like even just by myself. You know. Yeah. Last thing I'll say. That blue lady was kind of hot.
Which one?
The lady,
the one that we weren't allowed to talk to.
Yeah.
Oh, it's because she was too bad.
Yeah.
We distracted you too much.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was intimidated.
She was pretty bad.
She was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Like I see you. I feel you.
Yeah.
I understand.
I had a crack.
I had a crack.
Oh,
okay.
it's pottery.
Oh my god, that's pretty good. I like that.
Yeah.
Mina the Hollower. Do we want to talk too much about this one?
Everyone
knows
it at all.
Everyone knows Mina the Hollower.
That's why he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
He's averaging 40.
Yeah, it was great. It was phenomenal. It was like everything you expect a yacht club game to be.
Yeah.
Castlevania meets Legend of Zelda, like old Castlevania meets old Legend of Zelda.
Yeah. Link to the Past specifically.
Yeah. Very fun. I mean,
the style of a Game Boy Color game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm honestly not even going to talk about it much more. It was just fun.
Yeah.
Did exactly what it meant to do. Did exactly what it's been promoting this whole time. So, great. One that's already out, but we got a chance to play Ghost of Sparta.
Yeah, weird that they had a booth.
And like design, like a whole setup around.
They had a big setup for it.
Yeah, it was cool. The arcade machine was awesome.
Yeah, the statue and everything.
I'm gonna try and buy that.
I'm not.
I'm gonna
try. I think I'm gonna. My girlfriend's gonna hate that, but I think I'm gonna figure out something to where we can make room for it. But
you mean the physical,
the arcade cabinet?
Oh, I
okay.
see.
No,
Yes.
that would
you're talking about the game, like the game itself. Game was fine.
Yeah, I was okay.
It was good.
Fine.
I liked it. I think. Listen, we talked extensively about God of War and God of War fatigue.
Yeah.
And this was like the game that like kind of set that off. But basically, the game's cool. It's from a very talented developers. It was like Mega Cat were there, and I got to talk to two of the guys, and they were just they were so sweet. They were like very like I was telling them how when I was watching the state of play, and then it's like, oh, God of War game, okay. This is the 2.5D we've been waiting for a while now. I didn't expect it to be this. I'm not a big fan of it being child Kratos.
Yeah, little baby boy Kratos.
I wasn't the biggest fan of the art style at first. And then I played it. I got my hands on it and I was like, this game's actually very beautiful. Like I still think it has like it's not exactly what I want. But there's specific moments where you're like looking out at the horizon and it's like, wow. That is gorgeous.
That's fair.
And the combat's fun. And the music was really good too. You guys just kind of played an arcadey version of it.
Yeah, we did.
I got to play like the first 10 minutes of it or so.
Yeah.
And it was just an all around good, like solid 2.5D Metroidvania experience. But like I was telling them, like when I saw their game at the State of Play, I was like, Mega Cat? Is that those are the guys that do the literal SNES games?
Yeah.
The NES games that they make for those consoles? That's crazy. And honestly, dude, huge get for them. That's awesome that they were able to work with Sony Santa Monica and PlayStation to make a big game like this. It's a shame that it's not like an all-timer for a lot of people, but it was still cool to get a taste of. I actually might play it eventually. Maybe before like the God of War remakes come out, just to kind of like
That's fair enough.
get a little refreshed. But I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we only played an arcade version of it, so we didn't get a good sense.
I don't have many thoughts on it.
Yeah.
I
You're a
have-
Cory Barlog hater, though.
No,
That's why. That's why
No,
you're like.
I was.
You can't be a Cory
Dude,
Barlog hater. He's
I think-
my biggest fan.
Honestly, I was actually obsessed with Cory Barlog.
He was.
He's-
He was
loves
low-key my
Barlog.
celebrity crush. Back before Timothy
Yeah.
Chalamet.
I'd cry.
Yeah, what?
What's happening?
He's not a pod anymore.
Wait, what
Stop.
happened? What's going on?
No.
This took a
but
turn. I was not expecting.
I feel like I have a lot of thoughts on God of War as a franchise, and Sons of Spiders. I don't have any thoughts.
Yeah.
on that specifically.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest issue.
I feel like what it represents overall is a lot more interesting to talk about than the game. The game,
Yeah.
I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, it's there. I mean, it's
Yeah.
out already. Anyone can play it. So,
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about the next game I played, really. I'm not going to mention the name of it. I will just say that it was... I thought it looked
come
good
on,
from
man.
afar.
Oh, come on.
I thought it looked good from afar.
You're gonna be a little Weenie Hut Junior.
I'm gonna be a
Say it
little
with your
Weenie Hut
chest.
Junior. It honestly looked like a Weenie Hut Junior game.
I mean, yeah.
I will say.
Yeah.
But it looked kind of cool, and it looked like it had a fun little art style. And the art was good, and I
The
felt
art
like
was
the,
good.
the
The art
motion was
actually was
fluid,
good,
and like,
But it's cringe.
yeah, it was like the most millennial game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
And it was using millennial memes, and it was all about like all the dialogue was very like, oh God, I'm going back to high school. I'm anxious.
No.
It's like, okay, buddy. Like I played it for maybe like 2 minutes. All of the attacks had 0 sound effects. You pointed out that might have been a settings thing that
I was just. Like,
I just didn't-
Maybe somebody just. For
maybe
some
somebody
reason-
forgot.
That's
Yeah.
But honestly-
that's so mean.
No, but
Like, I'm gonna
it's
sabotage this game and turn down the
It's
sound
like
effects.
that. Yeah, maybe you should be grateful. Like maybe it was better that there were no sound effects. Maybe like there's a reason why somebody turned them down.
Maybe,
Yeah.
who knows? But yeah, that was not the most fun. But that's all right. We got to play a little fun version of a game that is already out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Which is I Am Not a Human IRL.
By the
no,
way,
so-
no, I am not a human.
No,
can
I'm
you,
not a
can you
human
explain
IRL.
that name to me by the way? Because I'm okay. So explain the premise and then explain why it's called that specifically. Because I'm confused by that.
Yes. So, No, I'm Not a Human indie horror game that came out last October, September-ish. No, I believe it was September. Basically, the premise is it is an apocalypse happening. If I remember correctly, the sun is so obnoxiously bright that it's impossible to go out during the day, basically. It's scorching. It's like you'll just burn, basically.
Yeah.
And so people are starting to just kind of go out at night at this point. And they're going around, they're freaking out, what's happening. And then you're watching the news, and the news is like, there's imposters among us.
No way!
If
They said the thing!
There's imposters. Look for these clues. This is the only clue we have so far. Perfectly white teeth. And you're like, okay, all right. You're like calling your neighbor, basically. Your neighbor's telling you, he's cluing you in on like some more things. He's like, yeah, this is happening. This is happening. If this happens, take care of this, basically. You're getting like context clues. You're hearing stuff on the radio. And then the main core gameplay thing happens at night where you get a knock at the door. You look through the little peephole. You see like what is there. Freaky looking motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Crazy, like the arts. I can't understate how cool and like weird and surrealist the art style is.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like photorealistic, like stretched images of not photorealistic. I don't know, but like it's like they took a photo of someone, posterized it, and then like stretched it out in a weird way
Yeah.
on Photoshop, and then like turned it into a sprite, basically, and
Yeah.
like stylized it a little bit more from there. They even have like some of the developers did their own faces
I was gonna
Yeah.
mention.
and put themselves in the game. So like really weird looking guys that kind of makes it hard to tell whether or not they are aliens or not, basically. And so you have to check them. You have to check their teeth. You eventually understand that like there's dirt under their fingernails because they're digging themselves up from under the ground or something like that.
Yeah.
I think they're like possessing bodies is the whole premise. Their eyes are weird. They don't tell you what weird means, but they just say that they have weird eyes.
Yeah.
So someone knocks on the door. You got to check them. Check their teeth. You check their eyes. You check their armpits to see like what's going on. and then you decide to let them in your house or not. If you let them in your house, you basically let a killer in, and he'll kill anyone that you've already let in your house at that point. You want to have those people in your house because they're giving you lore tidbits. They're giving you like bonuses. They're also giving you like items, all that stuff, yada, yada, yada. And then there's also a really creepy guy that's like stalking you outside the house, and the government's kind of fucked. That is the core premise of it, basically. I don't know why it's called No, I Am Not a Human.
Oh my god! So Jesus Christ!
It's the longest.
We were waiting in the line. I'm like, wouldn't they say the opposite? Wouldn't they try to convince you that they are a human?
I guess it's the main antagonist that's kind of like basically telling you, he's like, no, like, because he's the face. This is just a weird guesstimate, right? He's the face of the game, basically. And it's almost like he's talking to you like through the title of the game.
I would argue that
you made that sound a lot cooler than it probably was.
No, I would argue that the reason that it's written like that is because the title is an imposter of like it's off. It's like it's literally just like, I am a human. No, I am not a human. Like it's literally like, I don't know. It's pulling a hezzy. It's juking you out. You know. No? Is that not?
It's not about us.
Am I just making this up?
It's pulling a hezzy. He had to gather his thoughts just to say it's pulling a hezzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will say. So yeah, what we saw at PAX was like an in real life version of it, where basically they had like the doors set up, and then you would pick. So basically, okay, you had 8 checks, and there were 4 people that were gonna come to your house, and the checks would be like check their eyes or check their fingernails or check their teeth, right? So 4 people.
It's good cracking in the microphone, man.
Yeah, no worries.
Good cracking in the microphone.
Yeah, I cracked the microphone.
I didn't mean it like that.
Yeah, so technically there's like, if there's 4 people, each of them you could check 3 things. That's 12 checks total, but you only have 8, right? So you can't check everything about each person. You gotta be, pick whatever thing, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, you have physical door. So let's say you pick like eyes or something. You look through the people, you look through their eyes, and then blah blah. I think the way that they set it up for me and Asad was kind of sick. In the way that originally it was me checking and then like telling him and discussing. I feel like it's a lot more fun when you have somebody else with you to discuss stuff.
Yeah.
Because it was really funny when I was like, I would look through, I would see the eyes. Oh yeah,
and be like,
yeah, I would look through, I'd see the eye. I'd be like, this guy got really blue eyes, and it's like weird blue. I'm like, I don't know.
For context, Asad is there with the gun.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then Osfer is the like scout. He's like looking.
Yeah.
He's like, do we let him in or not?
Yeah.
And so basically, you guys got to do like a game of telephone.
Yeah.
And then the second you open the door, Asad just has to shoot or not shoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the way they set that up was a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
Yeah.
That is a lot of fun.
Because like, yeah, there is some ambiguity with it.
No, for sure, because they're freaky looking. It's
Yeah.
like, what do you mean you are a human?
Yeah.
But
What's that noise?
Dude, you've been making noises
I
the
know,
whole
dude.
time.
It's the drink, man. Oh my
Something
God.
is trying to escape this bag. He might not be a human, to be honest with you.
Show me your teeth.
But yeah, no. Dude, we got baited by that one guy twice though.
Yeah, there was this one chill ass dude.
Dude,
he
he
got
was
his
so
leg
chill.
up. He was,
oh my
he
God.
had his yoga,
he had
his
something.
IV
You know, like
bag.
the SpongeBob.
He had, like, the
he was number 1.
number
hat.
1 hat.
Yeah, he had that hat
He
on.
was like Schmitty Werbenman Jensen came to our door twice.
How could he possibly be evil? His name was Schmitty Warbenman Jensen.
He came up twice for your guys.
No, well, he came up for us.
He came up for us, and then he came up for
yeah,
me.
and then
where
like
I
I was
independently. And the thing that like upset me was like, so he was the first guy that I got, and I knew that was the imposter for you guys, basically.
Yeah.
And so I asked the guy, I was like, okay, so like we all know that this was the imposter last game. Is he for sure the imposter this time around? And he's like, no, it's all random. So I was like,
I think he lied to you.
I think he lied to me too. Because I was
I
like,
don't think he lied to you. I think random can happen twice.
I know.
It's
I
not
think he
that
lied
many
to us as
sprites.
well though. But remember when we were asking like, okay, let's say that their teeth are yellow. Are we 100% certain that it's an imposter, or can they still be good? He was like, well, I don't know. I'm pretty sure.
No, I
don't
think he
know.
was telling the truth. I think there's just
Maybe,
a randomness to it, guys.
there is
But-
there is a randomness to it because like if they have dirt under their nails, that doesn't mean
That's
that
not
they are
enough?
the
Okay.
imposter.
Yeah.
So you got to use the other checks, and also it's just a gamble too.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like I guess. So I was like, statistically, there's no way that this guy's the imposter twice, and I immediately died.
But
And
it
we
was
just
so
had to
funny
leave.
because he pulls up and he does like that chill pose, leg
Yeah.
up on the, and then both times he just kills us. Like
Yeah.
Man.
he knows that strategy
Spooked you a
works.
little bit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, he did spook me a little bit. I was because I wasn't. That was the guy with the super blue eyes. So I was like, I don't know, right? And
No,
I was
it
like,
wasn't
you know,
the guy with the
oh
super
wait,
blue
really?
eyes. That
Okay,
was
but I
the
remember there was
chick.
some. There was
Yeah,
something
yeah.
about him that I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I was like,
No,
he's
I was
chill.
looking at that guy.
Oh, was
Yeah.
it?
Anyways, we've talked about this game for like 20
Yeah,
minutes.
anyways.
Let's get the hell out
The
of
point
here.
is,
It was fun. It was fun. That
yeah,
was,
I was just gonna say that it did a really good job selling the game.
yeah,
I don't
it's
think
a
I want
great
to play
game.
that game bad.
It's a great game.
Yeah, that was a
you should definitely-
smart-
it's cheap.
smart way
You can
to
play
sell
it, and
Yeah.
the actual like digital experience is
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah,
Last one from Friday.
Murdeer.
Murdeer.
only you played this. Yeah.
I'm very dyslexic with game titles apparently because I thought it was D sticks.
Yeah.
And then I go up to this and I'm like murder.
Murderer. I thought you said murderer.
No,
it was just murder.
Murder. It's like it's a vanilla ass name. All right. No, it's Murdeer. Basically, the premise of this game: first person shooter. You're a deer that escapes captivity. You know the beginning of Portal 1 where you're like in that glass, like a prison, basically.
Yeah.
It's like that, but it's like you should sprint, and then you sprint and you just like ram your horns into the glass and you break out, and then you're like in the forest. You find a boombox. You can pick up the boombox basically, and then you go into this laboratory. And there's scientists all around and trying to kill you basically.
Yeah.
And so you're like, what do I do with this boombox? Throw it at the guy's head. And then they make the funniest noise possible. They're like, like it's just, it's really charming how just dumb it all is. Because they're like talking to you too. They're saying like just dumb shit. Like, no.
Yeah.
All that kind of thing.
They're talking to you,
Guns
saying
in
dumb
their
shit.
head.
Like, no.
Don't kill me! Like you like these idiots.
Oh, no. Don't kill me.
And so the beginning of it is like almost, you're just like picking up items, running away. You're like charging in with your horns, you're ramming them, which only stuns them. And then you got to pick something up and slam it in on their heads. The dismemberment is crazy too. Like I was slicing and dicing people like crazy. And then eventually you get a gun. And the gun felt like you were shooting just peas at them. It was not a great feeling gun at all, truth be told. But it still served a purpose. And it's still like, I think it had a lot of fun to where it's like I can close distance really fast, stun them, pop them in the head while they're on the ground, and then like drop a computer monitor on this other guy's head. It was just fun. Like it was just like simple, like
Yeah, there was like rats that turned you into like a teeny tiny.
Oh, yeah.
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 The merchant store. I go into this elevator shaft basically, and I talk to this rat, and this rat throws a potion at me, and it shrinks me down.
Yeah.
Shout out shrink mechanics in video games. Like
Yes, sir.
Astrobot,
Astrobot
It
was-
Takes
yeah.
Two, like to where it just
You go whoop.
you're tiny and then you go through the mouse hole and then it's like a merchant and he's like, what are you buying?
Yeah.
What are you selling? And it's awesome. It's like you can. There was one weird thing about the merchant where like you put your gun in the microwave and it's like let it cook. And so like I put it in there, but then there was like a 5-minute timer, and it's like I'm not waiting 5 minutes for this. So like, I immediately just took it out and then like went back out and was just like just messing around, killing all the guys. There's
Yeah.
something special here. I think they need a. I mean, with any game, to where it's just like it feels weak at the beginning of it, and it's like yeah, you got to upgrade. That's why.
Yeah.
But that gun felt especially weak, and the enemy AI was especially dumb too. They just stood in place like and then
Yeah.
would instantly die. I had a ball with it though.
Yeah. Yeah, Landen was the only one to play this,
Yeah.
but it looked pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like a good time. I'm just gonna,
Saturday.
yeah, I'm just going to move swiftly on to Saturday. First thing we played that day, Cohen 1939, which I still don't have a clear answer because I asked the guy because he said it was Peaky Blinders, and I was like, so is it like an officially licensed Peaky Blinders game or is it just inspired by Peaky Blinders? And he's like, what's the difference? And I was like, excuse me? And he's like, what are you trying to say? I was like, is it like a Peaky Blinders video game?
The way
or
you said,
are you
I
just
like you could tell your house. Like, what are you trying to tell me, right?
yeah. I was like, I don't know, man. And he said,
Yes.
and then he just said yes. So I'm like, but I don't think it is. I don't think it's an official Peaky Blinders.
I don't think it
I
is
don't think so
either.
either.
I think he like to give him credit, I think the reason why he was confused was because English is not his first language.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Yeah.
This is from a Chinese studio. It's so it's definitely not a Peaky Blinders.
It can't be. It can't be a Peaky Blinders
licensed game.
What it is it's a top-down, one-hit kill, one-hit death game. Very, very Hotline Miami inspired. Extremely Hotline Miami inspired. With a Peaky Blinders coat of paint, essentially. Pretty interesting voice acting is what I'll say. It was just like completely none of the voices made any sense. I assume it's just like lost in translation or something. And then the
Were they
aesthetic
British
was,
at least?
No, not at all. It was
Is that show?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Cillian Murphy. So
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like you guys ever see the Lies of P footage before they replaced the voice actors?
It has
It was
like
all like
the
that.
Korean guy.
It was like a drunk guy. I
hi,
sure
hi.
hope that this is not a problem.
Yeah.
It's like okay.
Yeah. I love shit
But yeah,
like that.
I
That's
mean,
cute.
like the aesthetic was cool, but it's just a formula that has been perfected like 15, 20 years ago, and just seemed like it was being done again here, but without as much like
Polish.
polish. That's exactly the word I was looking for. It's just like there's.
Dude, good job on that
Dude,
one.
I know him so well.
It was just like it was just designed in a way where I was like, okay, we're throwing people in here, but what's the methodology to all of this?
I was
right?
gonna say methodology. I was just taking a sip.
Okay, all right. Let's slow our roll here, buddy.
I was gonna say roll. There, but-
Dude, I was gonna laugh.
Jesus
I was
Christ.
gonna praise
Oh my
Jesus
God.
Christ.
I was gonna praise
and God. The whole Trinity. All of
The
them.
whole Trinity. Shout out Ghost, man.
Dude.
My favorite thing about this game is that there's an infinite slide. You can
Dude, the
slide
is
forever.
hysterical.
I was like, what? Why is it still going?
I felt a little bad
That man's
because
knees hurt.
one of the exhibitors, like, you were like, do the slide, and I was like, okay, and I did it, and we were cackling.
Yeah.
And then one of the exhibitors came by, and she was like,
I felt bad, but it was like it is like a like you just
it's funny,
slide
yeah.
down the entire alleyway.
it's like it was all covered in like the entire floor is covered in grease,
Oh
and you're
my
just
God.
you're
You go, woo.
Yeah,
There's
it's like
no
a slip and
loss in
slide.
momentum. There's nothing. It just woo the whole way through.
awesome.
Yeah, it was great. Want to move on to the next thing, or did you have thoughts?
I didn't really have many thoughts. I now have thoughts. But I was gonna say, like, I was interested in it, and I think it's just because I miss Hotline Miami. There's nothing about this game specifically. It's just that like it is a cool game though.
It's fun to engage.
It's
in
fun. I had fun with it for sure.
that gameplay style,
But yeah,
Yeah. For people who like Hotline Miami, play Bloodroots.
true.
Shout out Bloodroots. That's one of my like favorite of those kind of games.
And Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner is
Ghost Runner as well. Yeah,
yeah.
if you want to go 3D with it, which
If you want to go 40 with it, we got a game for you as well.
Bubsy 3D is like the Hotline Miami 4D platformers.
That's a sentence with words.
Next up, Well Dweller. Another quick one that we can just go through. This is Metroidvania. I think it was shown off at a recent like State of Play or Nintendo. There was some kind of showcase that had it, but it's like the crow looking one.
Yeah, I forgot about it as well.
Pretty
cool.
simple, pretty the one thing that I really liked about this, again, like I said, Metroidvania, it has everything that you would expect from like a current Metroidvania. My favorite thing about it was that it had this dashing like it was like you could kind of dash into a bubble, and the bubble would send you upwards, and you could dash out of that.
Dude, that was
and you
so
could
cool.
like you could change like the direction of the dash and everything. That was
Celeste have
so it's very similar to like the Celeste
yeah.
dashing. I think that's like a fun thing to have in a Metroidvania.
The slide was very satisfying.
And that was also very satisfying.
I really dig the slide. Like it felt like like you move just left or right in like a simple Metroidvania, and it goes at like a steady pace. But like you when you slide, it's like you're breezing across the things, and it feels badass. It feels awesome. Like I really like it, and the combat's not awful either.
Yeah, it was a little floaty. It was a little like not. It wasn't. The impact wasn't quite there. I think there wasn't enough enemy reaction. There wasn't enough like. What's that word for when like they pause? They pause like they hold the frame for a second. When you, like,
I know
play
what
something
you're saying.
with, like impact frames.
Yeah, impact frames.
No.
Impact frames.
Yeah,
I
it
think is what it is. Yeah.
I was completely off.
What did you say? Stagger?
I was like I guess like a staggered move.
No, yeah,
No,
it's more it's a camera maneuver that like you when you hit something they like pause to like they hold the frame for like 1 or 2 extra frames.
Okay.
So it feels like something just hit the camera almost.
Oh,
it's like a cool little effect for some juice. It's missing some stuff like that, but
cute writing. I really like you go into like your tent, and then there's these little like baby crows that like apparently are your little brothers.
Yeah.
And then they're like, brother, can we please go outside, please? And then like you like later when you find them, they're throwing the baby like that's still in an egg.
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're like, I don't think he likes it. And then the baby's like, I like it. And like he's being like thrown back and forth. It's like it was cute. I liked it.
Let's talk about Motor Slice. I didn't play this game, but you guys did. This is the parkour game.
I liked it.
Yeah, I think it has a long way to go.
Yeah.
Definitely. The combat's kind of rough. The aesthetics rough, but it was a parkour focused game.
Aesthetics rough. Come on.
Dude, I remember white blocks. I remember white blocks, and that's
It's a
it.
little unfinished.
Oh, I get.
What was the enemy design? It was an
But that's
L,
like
bro.
texturing. That's
Yeah,
not,
yeah,
like,
yeah. Okay, yeah.
I mean,
true.
I guess like
It
that's
had
part
its-
of the aesthetic, but like the aesthetic itself, I thought was strong.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Except for like when like you're walking and then like a title drop. There was a title drop that just said
City.
and it's like, all right.
But I do think that the parkour was sick, and there's not many parkour games.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
and
It's
the
a third
animations were very
person-
good. I like the animations.
Like you play as like a blue-haired anime girl, pretty much with like this like chainsaw sword. And you're like running about this platforming, and then you engage with like some like monster enemies. Think like Nier Automata or
Automata.
Automata.
I just
No,
lied
Nier
straight to
Automata.
your
Nier
face,
Automata? I was right the first
and
time.
you listened to
Yeah.
me.
I've heard people say Automata before, and I'm like,
I don't think Automata is like the Naruto of Nier Automata.
that's true.
What?
Because it's Naruto
No,
versus Naruto.
I know, but
you know?
it's just that sentence.
Naruto. Makes sense.
Automata is the Naruto of Automata. It's like, are we speaking?
Phonetically, yes.
Yeah.
Anyways,
It had a lot of cool ideas. I think the platforming was almost there. The main thing that I really liked about it was there's these like walls that you can basically stick your sword into, and then the chainsaw drags you along.
Yeah.
And so you're like basically scaling a wall by sticking your sword in it, and it like brings you up.
It doesn't make any sense logically, but it's just
It's fucking sick.
yeah.
Like it's just cool. There were some platforming sections that was like, how do I do this? Like I feel like I should be able to stand on this pipe and then jump up to the pipe next to me. And I was like experimenting, and then next thing I know, I'm running on a wall, and then I jump backwards onto this pipe, and I'm like, oh, that's how I did it.
yeah.
And it was like, aha, cool.
Yeah.
That was sick, actually.
Yeah.
Let me do that again. And then I did it, and I was like, that's when it feels good.
Yeah.
And then there's moments where like it just feels imprecise. Like where it's just like I
Yeah.
jumped. It should have obviously gravitated towards that pipe.
Yeah.
You know, that like why didn't it grab?
Yeah.
Right there. But for the most part, I thought it was cool.
Yeah.
There's something special there that definitely needs much more polish. But I thought it was pretty neat.
My stomach got a lot of thoughts today.
It
bro.
really does. It is.
I've had-
it is
My
trying to
stomach's
make a
got
point.
something to say, bro. It's got a lot of opinions.
Yeah.
Let's be like really cringe and like pull up your tummy and I'm like, I'm hungry.
It's so
Oh my
funny if
God.
Landon's like ending the video every 5 seconds. You just hear like a stuff.
I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be like, this is ruined it.
Yeah, man.
Anyways,
Speaking of another hungry guy,
huh?
we're talking about Ghost Eater.
We're eating some ghosts.
We're eating some
in this
ghosts
house.
right now. It's Pac-Man up in this bitch.
Oh, I forgot.
Yes, sir.
This is the
Ghost-
black and white one, yeah.
Yeah, this is
That's
a character action game with a black and white manga style. Landon said that the gameplay looked quite a bit like Hi-Fi Rush. I mean, obviously not the music.
No.
I think it's more. I
but
think it's a lot more like No More Heroes.
No More Heroes.
Where Romeo's a Dead Man.
Romeo's a Dead Man. You know,
Devil May
the
Cry.
Pseudo 51. Is that the?
Yeah, that's the guy. I think.
Yeah. Devil May Cry might be a little like far into. It's like it's not quite combo based like that, but
That's a definitely inspiration.
Similar
That
realm.
was 100%
like that was
Yeah.
the thing that we wanted of this game was more combo variation, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, what's there right now is I won't get too far into the structure of it, but you're fighting enemies in these little arena areas, like small, they were almost like roguelike rooms where you would have like upgrades at the end of it, and it was pretty contained and everything like that. But yeah, you have a gun, you have a couple of special moves, you have your regular like air juggle, ground combo stuff, dodges, parries, you know, the works. The art style is what really sells this game. It's like we said, monochromatic manga style. I thought it was really cool looking. I wasn't the most in love with the combat. I think there was just like it was missing a stickiness to it. I didn't feel like I was sticking to enemies. I didn't feel like I was able to like dive down onto them and like stay on them. Yeah. Because there has to be that element of almost like a magnetic force between you and the thing that you're fighting, and I didn't feel that
like
in
if
this.
you pull in one direction, you should focus on another.
Exactly. Like it was.
If you pull in the other,
it didn't quite have that. It was just like wherever you are is where you are.
Yeah.
So I think that there's some things to work on there, but aesthetically, I thought it was really fun. I think you guys liked it more than I did.
Yeah, I thought it was sick. I mean, like it was
a long demo though.
It was a very
and the
long
guy
demo.
was. I don't know if you were there, but the guy was asking us if he was like, "Oh, like how long do you expect a Steam demo to be?" And me and us were like around like 30-ish minutes minimum, right?
Yeah.
And he said that he has a 15-minute version, a 30-minute version, an hour and a half long version.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, hour and a half long one might be too long. Like that does show a lot of confidence. But yeah, I think that even this demo was I do wish I played more of it because the boss seemed really sick.
Yeah.
But
I think the game, like the demo specifically suffered from it wasn't a good demo to say. Like like he didn't condense all the best parts of the game into like a 15-minute vertical slice, you know?
Yeah.
It was more so like, yeah, here's just the game as it is right now, and like here's kind of like how this like weird sprawled out levels that that are like kind of confusing to get into, but aesthetically it's cool to like boot into them.
Yeah.
And then from there, like we're saying, the combat, which is like it's almost there.
Yeah.
Those like hack and slash kind of games are just they're always fun. Like it's hard to not make them fun, you know. So there was that. The aerial combat didn't feel quite right. The gun combat didn't feel quite right either. But mash and X to just
I think
ram into these people was
I don't
cool.
know. I honestly do think that I'm gonna buy the game when it comes out. I think that the demo, even though it wasn't like the what.
It's just it's Asad looking at me, man. Like he's just
this. I'm just saying this man hasn't
no faith.
This man has played.
Right.
Like, he's rolled credits on one game in the past like year.
So this guy
I want you to play more. I'm just like
just
this
saying.
is the game that's it's gonna happen.
Well, obviously I'm obviously gonna play the other ones as well, but I'm just saying. I guess I'm allowed to play one game only.
No, I just
And
don't
if
believe
I
that.
am,
I just
if
don't
I am,
believe you're
the
gonna
game I pick
get
is
it.
Marathon. If I'm allowed to only play one game.
Let's check on this next year.
Yep.
We have this for posterity. I can guarantee you he's not gonna buy this game. I know you liked it.
Come on.
I know you liked it.
You're embarrassed.
Oh, come on.
No.
Anyways.
But yeah.
That's it. Those are your thoughts?
I wasn't allowed to give my thoughts because someone.
No, I just said that. I just
me.
said that I didn't think you were gonna buy it.
Well, that was my thought that I was gonna buy it because I enjoyed it, but apparently I'm not allowed to have those thoughts.
All right.
So, anyways,
Continue.
no,
Was that the end of it?
Yeah, it's just it's
Okay.
fine.
The main detriment with this game was readability was tough because of the monochromatic style. If there was just one color, red, for instance, to let you know,
Yeah.
hey, this is your parry window. Like this is the enemy charging up his thing. Like that add depth to it that would make things infinitely more readable. I understand what I'm asking for is basically yellow paint. I get that. But also, this is a black and white game. Of course the readability is like
It's a
gonna
little
be crazy difficult.
Yeah.
Like that's just the nature
There's a lot
the
of like
beast.
flashes and like big effects when you get hit. It is hard to read at times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm sure if you stick with it, eventually you'll just master it, and like that's the game. And if it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. That's whatever.
We actually hopped right into another black and white game. Landon.
One that I really enjoyed actually. I think this is definitely like one of my top 6. The Secret of Waterdeep.
Nope.
Water.
Nope. I'm just gonna wait for you to get it. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
The Secret of Weepstone.
There it is.
All right, let me
Waterdeep.
redo that.
No, you're not redoing
Let me
that. You're
redo
keeping that shit
Let me
in.
redo that.
You're keeping that shit in. The Secret of Waterdeep.
The Secret of Weepstone.
There it is.
It was. Oh, fuck. Shit.
Jake.
I'm gonna punch a wall right now.
That's what I'm saying. Asad's really good at ruining what you're trying to
It really
say.
is.
What?
Well, to be fair, I
I'm
ruined.
I'm joking.
I
I'm joking.
ruined.
I'm joking.
It was a joke, man.
Oh my god.
Anyways, yeah, this game was in my top 6. The Secret of Weepstone.
There it is.
Basically, monochromatic tabletop RPG simulated in a digital space. You pick 6 characters in this tavern. They're like really disheveled looking, like medieval peasants. You know, one of them's like the town loony. One of them's like a widow. One of them's a literal child, like an orphan. There's a dwarf looking guy who's like "Rah!" with a hammer.
Nice.
Some of them were barred off because of like they were just inaccessible for the demo, which is a little disappointing, but I mean it's whatever. So you're basically bringing a party of 6 into this dungeon, and it has that. It's a tabletop RPG, so Baldur's Gate, for instance, to where like you're constantly throwing dice rolls. You're doing strength checks. You're like navigating these scenarios to where you need to figure out what to do, basically. So you spawn in, you see a piece of a puzzle on the ground. You put it in the statue. It unlocks a door. You go through the door. There's 3 more doors open to you. One of them's locked. You can do a strength check to break it open. You can try and open it, but it's like you need the key.
Yep.
And then there's other options that open up to you later. For instance, I went into the other room, and it was a toilet room basically.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
And it gave you the option, very Fear and Hunger-esque, which I also think kind of emulates to where it's like, do you want to go in the toilet? And it's like, I guess. So there's a scene where like it's all first person where like it like just goes into the toilet. You guys didn't hear the sounds, but the sounds were like all like squishy and squirmy, and it's
course.
like it's damp, it stinks. Why are you doing this? But for some reason, you find a ring, and so then you pop out of the toilet, and it's like, oh, I found a ring. Cool.
Yeah.
I couldn't interact with the middle toilet, and then there was the right toilet as well. And the right toilet was like, you hear water rushing under this toilet. Do you want to go in? And I was like, yeah, I got something good last time.
Yeah.
I crawl in there, my guy immediately dies. So I have a corpse in the party now. There's 5 people left, and we're lugging this corpse. And so I go back to the locked door basically to see if I can just open it again. And then a third option opens up to me, and it's like, ram your party member's corpse into the door, and it unlocks. And it's like, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, that's great.
That's cool. Combat's very turn-based. It's just basically like, do you attack the goblin, and then you roll a d20, and then there's a 4-sided dice that you also add as like a little bonus too, and each character has their corresponding thing as well.
Yeah.
I really liked it. I thought it was cute. it was like up my alley, and
Yeah.
I really, really, really
It
appreciate
seemed
it.
like a lot of fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe not the kind of thing that I would
No, not
like
at all.
be. Yeah, but this is. I feel like gonna find an audience. It was very
sure.
Darkest Dungeon, Fear and Hunger,
Yeah.
like that. That was the vibe.
And it had a monochromatic style that wasn't hard to decipher because it's not an action game.
Yeah,
It's a
Yeah.
point and click
That is,
adventure game,
yeah,
and so
that's a
like
benefit to that.
it suits it way better.
for sure. I guess sticking with the white theme, white knuckle. Yeah, I was
Oh,
just looking
yeah.
at you. Just sticking with the white theme, Landon. You have the floor. Yeah, white knuckle. I'm so bad at this game.
Yeah,
I was real rough at this
I
game.
was.
It was
I'm not gonna
truly
lie. There was a certain
embarrassing.
point where I was like, "Dude, do you know what this is being displayed on the TV? Because like, there's a lot of people watching."
Yeah, there was,
right
like-
now. I was looking around like,
there was a
I
crowd
don't know.
gathering around
Yeah.
you, and then you,
I still say that you guys led me astray at one
No.
point because
No.
I looked around quickly in a room, and Landon is claiming that I was in there for 10 minutes. I looked around for about
you were in there
30
for a while,
seconds?
man.
No,
He was
no.
in there for a
I
while.
looked around for about 30 seconds. I found this vent, and it looked like you could climb this vent. And I was climbing up it. And then Landon was like, "Yeah, you just climb up." And I was like, "I am climbing up it. Do you not see what I'm doing?" And he's like, "Yeah, just climb up the vent." I'm like, "Fuck are you talking? What is this?" So I climb it. I'm like, "Can I go around this like corner of the thing?" And he's like, "Dude, just climb the vent." I was like, "You come climb the vent then."
I did.
He spends 3 seconds climbing the vent, realizes this is clearly not what you're supposed to do, then goes and explores, and then he's like, "Oh, I found this thing. I can't believe you didn't find." I'm like, "You."
All
told me
I'm
that you-
saying,
your
all
bitch
I'm
ass
saying
told me to
is that
say-
this guy's talking about some. Landon told me to do it, and it didn't work. And then also said Landon tried it once, realized this is clearly what you're not supposed to do, and immediately found his solution.
because
Landon,
no,
as if Landon wasn't
hold on.
also
Whoa,
in
whoa,
his
whoa,
own
whoa,
head
whoa,
thinking
whoa,
this
whoa,
probably.
Whoa.
Please don't
My
fight me.
point.
Please
My
don't hit
point
me.
was. My point was. Please don't hit me. My point was. I was also realizing I don't think this is what we're supposed to
took
do,
you significantly
and
longer
Landon
to
was
realize.
the point is Landon was in my ear the whole time, like just climb the vent, dude. It's obvious, just climb
And
the.
if Landon-
How is
no,
this not?
and
How
if-
is this not
to be
making
fair,
sense to you?
And if Landon jumped off a cliff, would you jump?
Honestly, I might
To
to
be
get
fair.
away from this conversation. I might.
Thank you. To be fair, I was being an asshole. Yeah, I was just like, "Fun, man."
Clearly.
But also, it took me 2 seconds. I turned around,
Okay,
and then I saw a red.
I said I'm
I
bad.
feel like the
A red
biggest issue is
object on the
why were you
floor.
able to climb that tiny little section of the vent? Who allowed that to happen? Why was because they had the scratchy red marks. You
Well,
could
because you're
climb-
Well, yeah,
you're
you're supposed to
use-
go up that and then
oh,
use the
you're supposed
pick.
to use
Yeah.
that
I
thing.
found a
Okay,
baton
okay.
on the floor, and I was like, "Oh, well, obviously you got to use this."
Yeah.
So I climb up the vent. I use the baton, and then I get the boost, and then I'm like up.
I don't
up
think
and
we
at-
explained
at
what the game even was. I think you just
Oh
immediately started
yeah, nobody
complaining.
understands what's happening.
Yeah, sorry guys. It's just-
I guess so. The point of the game, you control your two hands.
Yep.
It's a climbing game. So there's a bunch of red points in the map, and you use the left mouse button to climb up with your left hand, and the right mouse button to climb with your right hand. And there is an element of momentum that I truly just can't understand and was not able to understand
was
during the
tough.
whole thing. And I just
was
like
hard.
it just wasn't computing to me. Like I truly like whatever your brain needs to do to understand that, and my brain wasn't.
The
doing
dev came up to you and was like, "Hey, just so you know,
That you
you're
can
not
move, by the
getting
way."
any momentum at all. You need to hold on and then move."
No, I've never felt like stupid or like playing a game where I'm
That's
like,
how I felt when I
don't.
played Crimson Desert
Yeah.
at PAX last year.
Yeah.
To where like the entire time I was playing, the dev was in my ear. He's like, "No, you gotta jump and attack," and it's like I'm trying. Clearly, I'm in the right on that too because when that game came out, everybody was like, "The controls are clunky as fuck, man. Like, why is the combat like this?" And I felt vindicated. And then they fixed it.
But I will say the thing about the white knuckles thing, like that, the longer you grab on something, the like ready your hand get.
Yeah, it's like a stamina.
I like that because
It's cool.
I was out here like pressing the button like tight, like I was like, oh, I'm about to lose game, and it low key got
It's stressful because like,
It is
your hands
stressful.
are like shaking too.
Yeah.
And you're like fuck, and then
Yeah.
you get up
I
and
think
over it, and it's
I
like
act-
that's satisfying.
I actually do think it was a very cool mechanic.
It was
Yeah.
cool. I needed more time with it to like.
Yeah, I don't think any of
it.
us really got
Yeah.
like fully.
Yeah, because there was a
Yeah.
crowd amassing behind us, and it felt like the pressure was weird. And
Yeah.
it was like, ugh.
And they all saw us
Yeah.
play. That definitely made it a lot
It
worse.
definitely made it. I mean, like
I
that's
literally-
what. That's no. I
That was
need to-
why
I
the
need to-
crowd was there.
To be clear, I was literally like trying to climb up this vent. Again, Landon's in my ear, like, that's all you gotta do. And I was like, this is the most embarrassing moment of my life. Why can I not climb this vent? Like, I was so upset. I was like, Landon, please get over here and fix
dude,
this.
He had to get his older brother to step
Yeah,
in.
I was like, Landon, can you fix this, please?
Dude, when we were all done too, I like turned around at all the guys and I was like, sorry. And then we left.
Oh my god. No, but it is a very cool premise, and I'm excited to like see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
Memorial Wake it's reminded me a lot of Death's Door. It is a game, is a isometric Souls-like, where you're playing through the memories of this main character, and so there's like memories from back in like elementary school, and the things that you know remembers from childhood and whatever, and then the level that I played, which was inspired by their time at university, and so everything that you're going through is designed around that point. So like the things that were stressing the character out at the time.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of the terrain was like clocks. There was a lot of like clock, but you're just hearing the toilet flush in the background. But yeah, no, a lot of clock-based things, like timers that were like counting down to
Yeah.
something happening. The boss of that level was your college advisor.
Huh.
And it was just like, you're never gonna make anything of yourself.
Dude, he just got back from a piss. You telling me to stop?
Yeah, he's not gonna make- Yeah, that was just an aside. I was like talking about, you're never gonna. Anyways, but no.
Otherwise.
The concept of the game, I think, was fleshed out really well and has a lot of room to grow. And the combat was really fun. Again, felt a lot like Death's Door. There were a couple of design decisions that I think could have a little bit more clarity to them. And there was something about the combat that made it feel slower than it was. But when it hit and the parries were hitting and just everything was firing on all cylinders, it felt great to play. The boss was super intense. I had a really fun time with it. Really well designed. I mean, it was doing some stuff at points where I'm trying to think if there's a boss in a 3D.
gonna
Maybe it's a
sneeze.
Souls game. What?
I said I'm gonna sneeze. Never mind. I didn't sneeze. Continue.
What a piece of shit.
I-
said two full sentences about him sneezing. Then
Listen,
didn't do it.
we both wish.
Then didn't do
I
it.
also wish I sneezed. Okay, we're both
Listen, but-
devastated.
But the what's that Souls boss where like they kind of like fly up in the air and then they come down with a big swing of a blue sword.
I know what you're talking about.
Is that like a Renala thing or something? I don't know what it was, but
Like Dark Souls, Elden Ring, or
oh, it might have been. It's always like a Pontiff Sullivan kind of. Honestly, the boss kind of reminded me of Pontiff Sullivan.
Your description does not match Pontiff Sullivan.
Yeah, he jumps up and he goes, you know.
Oh, he does do his combo.
Yeah, come
And
on.
The other guy does
Come
his
on,
combo.
come on! Don't piss me off.
Anyways.
that's already happened, man.
Yeah. No, my God. At my wit's end.
At
but
my
no,
wit,
very,
white boy.
very.
Imagine pissing a guy off, and he says,
I'm at my wit's end with you."
wit's end."
Hey, listen,
Hey,
newsflash,
now
pal.
this is the straw that broke
Who
the
are you?
camel's back.
Who are you?
Who are you? I'm at my wit's end with you. Oh my God. Anyways, very fun time. These guys didn't get to see it, but it was a very good
Saw
time.
a bit of it,
Yeah.
but
I
yeah,
love
I saw it on the TV mainly. Like when
Yeah.
I was talking to the dev behind it, and I was
Good time.
having a good time. Then I was like, "Can I play it?" And he was like, "Actually, this content creator is gonna play it." And it was this girl who was streaming, and like I like saw the chat like on her phone and everything like that. And she was like interviewing the devs.
Oh yeah.
And then playing
And I
it
accidentally
afterwards.
like popped up in front of it. It's
You
like,
did,
oh
yeah,
whoa.
you can't
I
be.
did not mean to be there.
Wasn't the only live stream you crashed.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
this.
oh, very fun one later. Yeah, yeah.
This is
Anyways,
fun.
while I was playing that, what were you playing?
I was playing this JRPG called Terra Nova.
Dude, it looks sick.
Yeah.
I watched him play it. It actually looked dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Basically, the premise of it. In fact, the entire think old school Final Fantasy. Not just the 8-bit NES Final Fantasy, like Final Fantasy 1 and 2, but think Final Fantasy 4 and 6 as well for the SNES. You can switch between the two styles.
I'm definitely thinking about those things. Everything you just
I don't know
listed.
what Final Fantasy 4 looks
I'm
like.
talking to the audience.
I got a vivid
I'm
image.
talking to the audience here. You obviously are not cultured. Basically, you can switch between 8-bit Final Fantasy or 16-bit Final Fantasy. You can also add overlays as well. You can add like a CRT overlay, not a CRT overlay, an LCD overlay, that kind of thing, just to kind of like add like a retro flair to it as well. And so the game starts off, it's like this basically whimsical magician lady. She's like, let's get your party started, basically. And she's like telling you, by the way, you can switch your graphics with the click of a button. And the entire art style changes. And it's like, whoa.
His throat
My stomach was
shocked.
Whoa.
So like I believe the 16-bit graphics had like more of like a chibi feel, while the 8-bit graphics went more like anime, like old school 80s anime aesthetic, basically. And then it's Final Fantasy where you get to create your own characters. You get to create your own sprites. So it's like, what role is he? Battle mage. Here's the pre-selected sprite. You get to change his hair. You get to change his color. You get to change his secondary color. You get to name him. You get to pick whether or not he's right-handed, left-handed, or ambidextrous.
I haven't seen much like character creation pixel art, and it looks
like it's entirely novel.
Yeah,
like I
it
was like,
looks sick.
whoa. So like having an old school Final Fantasy game that you can like customize completely to your liking. Those games are about the role playing games. They're about building up a party and like experimenting with the different jobs that you can have. It's like, this character would be fun if it was a dragoon. This character would be fun if it was a white mage. This character would be fun if it was, just a paladin. But you get to customize it on a deeper level than that by changing their look. Literally, you can change their skin color. Their left-handedness, right-handedness thing also like applies to stats as well. So if they're right-handed, they're going to be more suited for like melee combat.
Yeah.
If they're ambidextrous, they're going to be more suited for like thief combat with like dual wielding. If they're left-handed, they're going to be more suited for like mage combat, basically.
Yeah.
And then there's also a weight system as well. You can change how much they weigh. If they're heavier, they're going to hit harder. I'm not hit harder, but they're going to tank more hits, but their cooldown is way slower. And then like the opposite, basically, if they're lighter. So you start off in this town. The game was very much not finished, obviously, but like it was kind of rushed in a way. Like I was talking to him. He's like, yeah, it took all I had to basically try and rush this into like a playable state for PAX.
Yeah.
And it still wasn't quite there. Unfortunately, my game froze.
Oh, really?
Like when I was in the middle of it, and like I just kind of had to end my session there. But the main thing I was taken away with when I was watching it, I was like, this looks literally exactly like those old school Final Fantasy games.
Yeah, I noticed that was
verbatim.
Sick. Yeah.
Like the overworld looked exactly like it. The overworld sprites, like the points of interest, looked exactly like the town, the tower, the forest, the mountains. Like they looked exactly the same. But the way he was describing some of these systems, he was like, and I know I'm going a little on with this, but bear with me here. He basically, in an old school Final Fantasy VI, for example, think Claire Obscure, for example. You know how there's the overworld.
Yeah.
And then you go into a point of interest and then you explore that section, basically.
Yeah.
So imagine if you were in the overworld, but there's like a little forest in the overworld. He said that what he's working on is basically you click a button and then you're exploring that forest as if it's a point of interest. You can just it's like a procedurally generated kind of thing to where you can jump into the world and like farm monsters and then like explore and like gather items and resources and stuff. And I'm sure there's going to be a ton of secrets.
He said that like, because he said something about like how like the characters are like hunters. So he might add stuff that's like, oh, there's something like kind of here, and you gotta like explore that area,
Yeah.
all that stuff. I do think like Landon's right in the sense that like it has a bunch of the aesthetic of those games, but it does do stuff that sets it apart, and it's not just like a rip off.
Yeah. I do think it's like I think it should separate itself more
Yeah, that's fair.
because it is just straight up like almost like a bootleg version of it, but it's so much more advanced than those games are, obviously. But that it's simultaneously really cool, but also do your own thing, man. Like you have the confidence to branch out and like not make it exactly like that. Because he was like, well, it's inspired by Final Fantasy, Phantasy Star, and Dragon Quest, and it's like, I guess I get that from like a JRPG standpoint. This looks just like Final Fantasy though.
Yeah.
Gotta add a little bit more difference to it.
Yeah.
There's also random encounters and stuff like that too, and all that jazz.
My favorite.
You would not there was a random encounter like every 3 seconds.
Oh God.
And every
Yeah.
time I was thinking, I was like, yeah, Asad would not.
Yeah.
Not like that.
Yeah, man.
I really, really, really liked it though. And I'm it's not on Steam quite yet. There's a website for it, and like I do want to follow this and really keep in touch with it. But I digress. That was a long tangent, my bad, but also this game's really fucking cool.
Yeah, no, it seems cool. It seems really fun. So yeah, we split off for a second, played those games.
Yeah.
But then we kind of came
You
together.
guys were kind of obsessed with those games. You guys took a while.
We did take a while.
Mm-hmm.
But we were waiting for something.
We were waiting
In fact,
for
we were
it.
trying to get to this game all weekend.
Yes.
Literally, like we went back to the booth like 5 or 6 times maybe.
We were the biggest fans. We should have gotten something for
We
them.
honestly should have.
Honestly, I was a little disappointed they weren't more happy to see us.
I mean, come on, man.
Like
We wanted to play it so badly.
Yes.
I saw it on the first day and I was like, I need to wait till Usfer's here.
Yeah.
And then Usfer was there and we couldn't play it
Yeah.
for those 2 whole games.
Until the very last second. But
Yes.
the game is of course
Valor Mortis.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think that game looks so sick, dude.
Yeah,
Oh
Valor
my
Mortis is it's the new game from the Ghost Runner devs. If you guys don't know Ghost Runner, it's like a we just mentioned
Yeah,
it
it was
briefly.
Hotline
but
Miami
it's,
type.
Yeah, it's like a Hotline Miami type game, but in 3D.
Parkour.
It's like
a lot of
Hotline Miami's Mirror's Edge combined.
Yeah, a lot of parkour, one hit kill, very fast paced. Really great games. You guys should play them if you haven't. But they're currently working on a Souls-like, but it is a first-person Souls-like, which I think just automatically makes it very different from a lot of stuff that is being made. But it's also taking place, you know, it has a French vibe. It's like Napoleon Wars, you know, like it's a different style. It's the first-person element of it. There's a BioShock flame hand in it, and like other abilities that you're gonna end up getting.
It feels like an immersive sim Souls-like.
Yeah, I agree.
In a sense.
No,
But
like I wouldn't define it as that, but the vibe it gives off.
Like that's-
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't define it like because there's just so much more.
Definitely
like,
wouldn't define it like
yeah, I definitely think Landon's a dumbass, but no, I just think that there's too much like it's a pretty clear cut like linear action game from the looks of it. So like that's why but I understand what you mean like feel wise like you're around this like war and like just bodies strewn around and it's just like extremely cinematic. Yeah.
Aesthetically it's awesome.
Yeah.
It has that. To me, the game had that flair. I'm wearing both of them right now. It had the flair of Resident Evil 4 as well as Bloodborne in terms of like you're just in this foreign land, things are fucked up, and it's like Victorian in a sense, and it's just like you gotta go in there and just kill things. You got a gun, you got a sword, pop off king, queen.
Yes.
But yeah, no, I thought that the combat. I was a little bit worried. Like when I was watching people play it, the combat. It didn't feel like the hits were that impactful, but once you hear it and stuff, the sound design is so good. Dude.
Yeah,
The parry, what the hell did I just say? The parry sound effect is dope.
That's a clean sound, man.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's great.
And it's the way the sword animation flows.
Yeah.
It's like he's painting.
Dude.
It's like he's like you're whisking away this person's head, and it's
Usfer joked about like
but I saw somebody hit like a combo. It was like a hit, a parry, and another hit, and it was in one Like,
swoop.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was dope.
As for said something, it looks like Wingardium Leviosa.
Yeah.
It kind of does. It was like it's such a smooth movement.
Swish and flick.
Yeah, no, really, really great, and like just like the little dashes to the side to dodge,
Yeah.
the parry, the gun that you have that you can use intermittently.
I also
like-
thought that like just the small stuff was also good, like the look of it, the voice
Yeah.
acting.
the voice acting was really
The
solid.
fact that it starts with Napoleon being like, "Wake up, soldier."
Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
I'm invested in this, bro.
Yeah,
It was,
it's
that
awesome,
was like a real game.
Yeah.
That was like a
Yeah.
And it, like
polished.
the main like complaint I had with it is like, why did you guys not have a bigger booth?
yeah.
Yeah, no, legitimately, not even a bigger booth. You didn't have like a Steam Deck version on the
Yeah.
side. Like it was one screen.
Yeah.
It was a 30-minute long demo, which great that it was 30 minutes long. We were just passing out the controller between
Dude, a
the
lot of
three of
fun.
us.
Yeah.
A
We
lot of
were,
fun.
we were trying to like beat the boss because we heard that only one person to beat the boss, and I beat it, and I was like, "Let's go!" And then my brother took a video of like panning behind me, and the devs are laughing at me
They're
because there's a
laughing
phase
so-
2.
there's a
I've actually,
phase.
I don't think I ever saw more happiness in that room than when the left devs were laughing at us. Oh my god, they thought that was the
like, "Let's
funniest
go."
thing.
And then there's like, you
And
thought, bitch.
crestfallen, and then you still did.
Yeah.
I
pretty
did
well.
pretty okay.
Oh, and then man,
Dude.
boy Landon.
This is the funniest
Oh my
thing.
God.
We're running out of time. I mean, he
I
gets
had
it with
3 minutes left.
3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Landon's dog ass at this game. There's no way he's going to be able to do anything. Off he pops. Gets through. Yeah, off he pops.
Dude, not
Pops
only
you
did I
off.
get him to the second phase, I got him to like a third of his
Yeah.
health on the second phase.
And you had
Yeah.
a heal left.
And I had a heal left.
You had a heal left. You're about to stagger him. We were literally telling you because we're watching the counter go down. We're like, this
Yeah.
man has 15 seconds. Landon, don't dodge, don't
Just
parry. Sit in his ass and
And
just,
I was like, pray to the hitbox god.
just
And then
start
just-
swinging. And he was, and it was getting there.
It was going.
And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
It just
grabbed by the
hard,
throat.
hard cut. He grabs you. Nah. Just
he
blows
starts
your head
shooting. He starts shooting you. First of all, incredible boss design. Very
Yeah.
Godric the Grafted, like which is like multiple heads, and he has like 3 cannon like revolver things on his
Yeah, it's
shoulder
dope.
that
It's
come
dope.
out and they start shooting at you. And he grabs Landon with like 5 seconds left,
Yeah.
and he gets like hit with like 3 shots, and the third one hits him, and he dies at the same time that like the demo ends, and it's supposed to be like, "Thank you for playing," and it literally just looks like he got
It's
shot
you
into the main
genuinely-
menu.
Yeah.
Like we
This
were
is
all so
funny.
hyped, he just grabbed. He's like, "Get out!"
He's like, "Nah,
leave.
no."
So pissed,
Dude, but that-
I could have been the second guy to beat this boss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I wasn't.
yeah,
But-
man.
that's-
You could have been known as Landon. You could have been known as the second guy
to beat
to
him in
beat
PAX
Valor
East.
Mortis at PAX East 2026.
Yeah.
How does it feel to get so close? No, it was.
I feel like I lost my dog.
why are you so obsessed?
I
with
feel
the
like
about his lost
second
dog.
I
Quite
feel
a
like I
bit.
lost my dog on the happiest day I had.
Let's talk about his lost dog from like 15 years ago.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Yeah, it's the second time you beat.
It's the
bro.
Wii that brings it up for me, man.
dude.
There's a little side tangent here. So you know how the Wii has like a photo channel?
Yeah.
My Wii back at home has a photo of me and my dog that my parents just decided to get rid of one day. I came home from school and they're like, "We got to get rid of Max." And I was like, "But why? He's my dog."
That's how you say, but he's my dog.
He's my
And
dog.
they're like,
my
oh,
dog.
they got the young thug meme. Like, no, I get it now.
And so just immortalized on my Wii, every time I boot it up, is just me with tears streaming down my face holding the dog for the last time as they just gave him away.
Damn.
I still don't know why they gave
Poor
him away.
Landon.
But it's fun. I got more dogs after that.
Yeah.
Mm.
But, you know, but here you are.
Yes.
The almost second person to beat Valor Mortis' boss.
If Max was still with us, you would beat
You
that
would have beat
demo.
him. Yeah.
Huh?
Ladies, you're gonna go around with like a pin that says, as you know, it's like I survived the whatever. It's like I almost beat the Valor Mortis boss at PAX East 2026.
I was
Post nerf, by the
Post
way.
nerf. But no, yeah, Valor Mortis seems like it's gonna be
and
fantastic.
that boss was also a very good way to.
Yeah.
Also, we missed the mini boss. The mini boss that had. Oh my god! When you guys weren't here, I saw
he
one
like
guy.
despawned.
No, but I saw one guy.
because he played it.
No.
No, No, none of us saw it.
Something different.
None of us
Oh,
saw it. It was a Napoleon type guy, and it was like a mini boss. And I saw somebody die to him for 20 minutes in a row.
Yeah.
And
Bad.
I was
Yeah, it caught
I was
the last 10
wondering.
minutes of it,
I
and I
was
was
really
like-
wondering if this guy was gonna just end his session early.
I was like, this is
He's like,
a
I
regular
can't.
looking dude, by the way. It's like
It
just
scared,
with slightly
scared me a
bigger
little
health
bit, but
bar.
then no one else saw him, and I was like, poor guy accidentally encountered him. You know.
Yeah.
But,
anyways, Valor Mortis, very good. Had a great time with it. And then we wrapped it up with a couple. We all played like a couple quick little horror games.
Oh yeah.
Pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I was at least. I don't know how you guys go first, but
Yeah, I played it. It was all from the same booth. Mine was called HR Human Remains. And I didn't get too far into it. It was a game where you had to avoid spider webs in the dark as you went from like place to place. Like you explored these 3D environments, and they would make like sounds when they were near you, so you could tell if something was to your left or to your right. And there were flares, so you could, you kind of sprinted towards an area where you try to get to a destination, but at a certain point the flare would run out, and then you're in the pitch blackness and just using the sound to guide you. And you're like, I hope I don't hit in the spider webs, because then I'm.
Scene.
Yeah, for sure. It's like the 1917s. What the fuck?
just gonna ignore that.
And yeah, so you're trying to like make it past this thing, hope this gigantic monster doesn't kill you if you step on his spider webs, and you're reading things. You're like picking up a door handle to go back and like put it somewhere. You walk into a dude who's like at a campfire, and he's like mangled and he only has one eye, and he's like, they got all of us. And I'm like, oh, okay, so something happened here. I think there might be lore going on, Landon.
Even a text dialogue.
Oh my goodness, perhaps a story. Dare I say?
A narrative.
And yeah, I just wish that I had a little bit more time to really sink my teeth into it, because it seemed like an interesting premise, and I wanted to see where it would go from that layout. I don't know if that was like the sound element of it was like a huge part of the game, if there were different things that kind of got in your way. I don't know what it was, but there was something very cool beneath the surface there. So HR Human Remains, interesting. I don't know if you're a horror fan, it might be worth looking into.
Yeah. Mine was Muffle's Life Sentence. It has a really sick premise. Do you know what it was?
No,
Okay, I talked to Landen.
He was showing me, like, I
It
saw like
is kinda
stills from the game, and I'm like, this looks fucking dope.
Yeah, it's basically, I forget exactly how they word it, but it's basically that you're in a jail where you're made to look like the crime you committed. So your character committed identity theft, so they have no face and their like mouth is sealed shut.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that's a dope premise. Like, I was really set on playing a different game, but then
the art style's like way cooler than that.
yeah, I saw that premise. I was like, that's pretty sick. I genuinely did not play enough at all, because like, okay, for some reason the interact button is Z, and I had no idea. So I wasted like half my time just being like in the one first room, being like, what am I? And it just felt really embarrassing to go to the guy and be like, yo, what am I supposed to do? But I figured it out. And the art style is really sick. I think that premise is really cool. I did get to do a little bit of combat, and the way that combat works is it is like a card. It's like an inscription, not really, but like the vibe it gives is kind of inscription-y, because it's like that pixel art horror
No,
card.
I know
game.
exactly. My game also had like an element of inscription to it
Yeah,
as well.
but there is deck building, and then you attack which cards. I think you play like 3 per turn. I think that honestly, I need to look more into it, because I think that it could be really sick. I didn't play it enough to know what the game is actually like.
Yeah,
But yeah,
because this was like PAX was closing in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
we
And like
genuinely-
the guy there was like, hey, guys, please.
Can you get the hell out of here?
Yeah.
Which is a shame, because I was really feeling this game.
Yeah.
that I was playing. I was playing what's it called? Horror Plant. Bad name.
I was gonna say.
This game is very hard to describe, so I will try my best. I promise you. So baseline, think of Inscription here, to where this almost like deity-like being, this like not a benevolent god, but like a god is talking to you, and he's like, here's what you need to do.
Yeah.
Go down in this dungeon,
Ayo.
harvest meat, and bring it back, upgrade your stuff.
Okay.
You can talk to this god directly. There's like, you start in your camp, and then there's like your equipment side that you can like go to like upgrade your equipment. There's this plant that you're harvesting. There's this hole. That's where you talk to the guy. And then there's like another thing. I forgot what it is. Oh, the dungeon. The stairway to the dungeon.
Yeah.
So you can go to the hole and you can talk to this god. And specifically the voice, not the voice, but like the sound effect for the text was very reminiscent of Inscription, to where it's like that gritty, crunchy, retro-esque like demon voice. And he's like saying vague, cryptic shit, and he's telling you, and then his face appears and it looks like a panel out of Berserk, like the most horrifying face that you can possibly imagine, just like really weird looking guy. And he's like, harvest meat. So you go down to this dungeon and it like auto attacks for you basically. You're just sitting there, it like slices at these rats, you're harvesting meat. And then eventually like a special rat will come out, but all the while they're attacking you as well. So you're just literally, you like go into the dungeon, you just watch your health bar drain. And then it's like, you barely escaped with your life. Here's how much meat you gathered. You put the meat into upgrades. And this is where the main meat of the game is, I guess. To where you're just clicking on this tree.
Okay.
Harvesting wood.
Okay.
And the wood, so you like I said, this is very tough. The meat goes towards like the max amount of wood that you can have, basically.
Okay.
And so you're clicking on this, and it's like, in order to upgrade your sword, you need 250 wood. So you're like clicking on this like little twig, basically, like harvesting wood from it. And then the wood can also go to upgrade like how much wood you get per click. It can go towards little helpers that you can get. So you can get like rats to help you harvest the wood. That you can get skeletons to help you harvest the wood, that kind of thing. And then so you use that to upgrade your sword, use that to upgrade your defenses, use that to upgrade your dexterity, yada, yada, yada. Then you go back down into the dungeon. And now you have even better equipment, basically. And like now your health bar drains a little bit slower as you're harvesting more meat and killing more rats because your sword does more damage. And then you can use that meat to basically, it's like a cycle of just upgrading and upgrading and upgrading.
Yeah.
Soon enough, the tree grows and you're harvesting exorbitant amounts of wood from it. And you're getting more and more like lore tidbits. I was really into it, man. I was like, this is cool. I need more wood. I was literally sitting down clicking the same thing over and over and over and over again. And I was like, well, I need more wood. I need more wood. I need more wood. Please, 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 please. And because like I was speed running it as fast as I possibly could to get as much time in as possible. And like it just, I don't know what about this was clicking for me. But
it was just cookie clicking with you.
It was cookie clicking with me. And I was infatuated with it. I hope it's already out. Too. Okay. I didn't realize that until after.
It has a demo as well.
It has a demo as well. So the art style as well is just really cool and gothic and dark and pixelated and retro, of course.
Yeah.
Very interesting game. I've never played anything like it, and honestly, I might check it out some more here.
Yeah. So sweet. Yeah. So that wrapped up today, and then we'll see if anything comes out of tomorrow. I might like look around real quick, see if there's anything that catches my eye.
I'll be a new little video though.
Yeah, I'll probably throw in like a couple extra PAX tidbits from. I'm gonna have a video out that's pretty soon about the Wii. We had a little Wii tournament that was super fun.
Dude, oh my god,
it was a ton of fun. I am the greatest baseball player of all time.
Shut the fuck up.
I hate it. I hate it. There's nothing worse than hearing foul ball 5 times and then strike.
It's out of the park.
And then Asad doing his little dance, doing his little celly, seeing the score go from 7-0 to 9-0. And it's like, and then back to foul ball. Like, Jesus Christ.
It was music to my ears.
God.
But no, we'll put in some extra tidbits about PAX and that. So keep an eye out for that. Anything else? We're not doing what are we playing? This has gone long enough, so yeah. He's like forbidding me. Look at him.
Random thing. You don't need to keep this in the podcast, but like, did I tell you my Subway story?
Yeah, the tuna sandwich.
Dang it.
You're gonna tell us that whole ass story right now?
Dang, that's
You can put this in.
Oh, there's no way. I'm going to bed.
tuna sandwich.
Going to bed. I wanted to play Wii.
I want to play Wii Music.
Oh my god.
I actually really want to play Wii Music. I want to play. I need to
I'm
do
gonna
the
kill
conducting
myself.
thing. I think that looks so fun.
You're not the one that needs to wake up early.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna go play Wii. I'm so tired. This is gonna be a disaster. But thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys found some fun games to play. Some good stuff this year.
Yeah.
And yeah, see you in the next one.
Peace out, guys.